30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Off the limb. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over.
Houston, Columbia on the high gate, over.
Roger, the EVA is progressing beautifully. They're setting up the flag now. I guess you're about the only person around that doesn't have TV coverage of the scene.
That's all right, I don't mind a bit.
They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the Liberty.
Are you getting a TV picture now, Houston?
Neil, yes, we are getting a TV picture. You're in our field of view now.
I'd like to evaluate the various paces that a person can traveling on the Liberty surface. You do have to be rather careful to keep track of where your center of mass is. Sometimes it takes about 2 or 3 paces to make sure that you've got your feet underneath you.
Drone Hangar update. We learned that the 2019 Drone Hangar is accepting sponsors for a limited time. This show might pleasantly surprise you. Electric Dolphins, awesome guests, BYOBB, GYSOThis mic, and a 1-800 number are just some of the options included. Take advantage of this sensational offer and email dronehangarshow@gmail.com to sponsor the show. At the Drone Hangar, we are serious about FPV and your laughter. Get you some.
We're
Get a poop?
gonna use
Get a poop?
we're gonna use our real
Get a
we're
poop?
gonna use our real names.
Get a poop? Sanchez? I'm dirty. Hi, my real
I'm
name's Senor Dirty Sanchez.
No, gangsters. We'll do Atlantic City gangsters.
Atlantic City Gangsters?
Atlantic City gangsters.
So what are we gonna get? Street cred?
I don't know.
So what? Fill me, enlighten me. I'm lost. You gotta guide me down your mental path.
I'm thinking you start off saying like, hey Joey, I hear there's some new action on the strip.
Hey, Joey, I hear there's some new action on the strip, some new place to make some money, get a couple bones.
Yeah.
What you hear, man?
Mark, I heard there was some way to make a couple extra bones on the strip now, huh? There's some new game that's playing.
So, Joey, you telling me I could make us some money just flying some damn wings? Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, man, these things are awesome. We can make some money just ripping around the fucking boardwalk.
So I can get some canoe and a caniche and I can go fly some fucking wing around the damn beach? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not talking tortellinis. I'm talking the whole cannoli. They got it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? They got it all on the line.
Who the hell is this talking all this nonsense? Who the hell is running the race?
Hey, check it out. He goes by Dick Rod.
Dick Rod.
Take it like a porno star or something. They call him Dick Rod.
Is it from the 70s in a porno? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't give a shit. I'm going to take his fucking money. I don't care.
How much money are they talking, man?
I don't know, but it's Atlantic City. I'm taking it all.
IDRLC. Is that it? That's what I heard on the street.
Yeah, IDRLC. It's like one of those handicapped kid things, I think. I'm not sure. They all wear these things on their heads. They can't see shit.
They're wearing like helmets. They're kind of like visors. They look like they're going to bump into a wall. Get the fuck out of here.
It's like this fucking goggle thing they wear.
You know what, Mike?
All I know is they walk around. They look like a bunch of hoodlums. We're going to take their money, Marky Mark.
All right, Joey, I'm with you. We'll go down there while these numbnuts are flying around. There's foamy wings, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, bag of donuts. We're going to take it all. We're going to sweep it up.
That's right. And then we go down to the restaurant and we get some canoes and caniche and Yeah,
this is a big job. I might even call in, some big time names.
You call them some names, yeah. Like Sexy Hugo, I heard he may coming down. We might be able to get him in here.
Hey, if the boss comes down, you know it's a job worth doing if the boss shows up.
I think it's next weekend, right? June 15th and 16th. Might even see the boss. The nice pants. I heard he got nice pants now, Yeah.
Hey,
The boss might show up.
Somebody told me he was riding bikes. I thought it was a motorcycle. Then I seen a picture of it.
That's what I say. And Joey, I saw, they say they riding them bikes. I said, that's the boss. Then, I saw him in these ballerina pants. And I said, get the fuck out of here.
They said maybe, the grand finale, he might get on his bike and jump a shark like Fonzie in Happy Days. Remember that episode of Fonzie jumped the shark?
Get the fuck out of here. You think the boss is trying to jump the shark like a Fonz? Like a Fonz.
Hey.
Hey.
Like the Fonz. But anyway,
but you never know. He's got the 15th and the 16th of next week to show up and be the boss and throw down for some money. $16,000, they say.
I'm going to pick you up on the way. We're going to do this job, brother.
We're going to do this job. IDRLC, June 15th and 16th. Get the fuck out of here. We're coming.
Get you some. We're going to get us some.
We're going to get us some.
Is that better?
I don't know. I think it's a lot better.
I needed a hot dog. I had to get my P-wave up.
You get your P-waves up? I did too, man. You're like, you hung up on me on the first take. I got to go eat. I'm calling you in 5. Click. I didn't even just say, I love you. I'll miss you. Rude bastard. We're right in the middle of recording. What up, everybody? We're here. I'm here. Mr. Shelby Vole. Welcome to the Drone Hangar. This is start of season 2, and right to my left, your right, is Man Party Marty. Marty, talk in your microphone. Let me see if we can hear you.
What's that?
There we go. We're back. We're so glad to be back. We're glad you guys are here. Let's give everybody applause. Right? You got to turn that down, Marty, remember? Gold rule. Marty's got to remember audio loops. He can watch it, but he can't hear it. Oh, and there he is. Fiddle-farting with his stuff. Folks, we were really sorry about the delay tonight. We don't know what happened other than we've had rain, and that tends to screw up our internet connection here. We've had a lot of rain today. A lot of rain. Past 2 days, actually. So I think it's screwed with everything. We were fine all day during testing, and then when it came time to go live, just like typical shit shows, We failed again. And we try not to, but we seem to always be failing. So I'm going to make sure I can turn this down a little bit. That way we don't get an echo. Because we were having audio loop problems earlier today. But welcome. This is not the shit show. This is the Drone Hangar. And again, I'm your host, Shelby Vole, and that is Man Party Marty. We make up this whole thing along with Rotor Ranch, Ty Darbage, and the rest of the gang. So tonight we're going to have a great guest on. We're going to have Marc Ashton on tonight, and he is the director of FPVWRA. He's going to be here in just a little bit. We're going to chit-chat with him, and we're going to talk all the things about the race and what everybody wants to know. I've got the yin to my yang in the background. We got Mr. Broseph here, and we're going to bring him in just a minute. But we've got Mr. Man Party Marty. He is back finally. Yay. He's officially back on the microphone.
What's up? I don't have a mic.
You don't have
Yeah, I got you now.
You got me now?
I got you.
We might have turned you down just too much.
I got you, babe.
I got you, babe. All right. So everybody in the chatty Cathy land, let's go tune in with them, see what everybody's saying over here, and that way we can pull up here. Marty, now you are on cue. Do you have the chat? You can read it right there, right? You should be good to go. So Marty's going to get warmed back up. Get ready to start chit-chatting away. We're catching everyone talking shit about us being extremely late as usual.
That's great. I love that shit.
But they
talk that smack, man.
Well, you missed the commercial. I wanted you to be on listening, and you didn't get to hear the commercial that Broseph and I did. And we literally did that less than an hour ago, and I had to stitch it together. But we busted Hugo's balls quite a bit in that one. It was kind of fun.
Talk the walk and walk the talk the smack down, baby. I want to see it. Let me read it.
What do we got going on? There were plenty of gangsters on the AC boardwalk, and not the Italian types, because we definitely were throwing down the Italian kind of. Yeah. Well, we were trying it. So at one point, it sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's really stupid.
Vanguard said something for disabled kids.
Yeah, well,
we're feeling pretty freaking disabled right about now.
No, what he's talking about is what Rotor Ranch said. You'll hear it. We'll play it again at some point. It is a little long. It's like a 5-minute commercial. I made sure it was long enough. It was kind of like what do you want to call it? It's skit humor. I think Anthony or somebody wrote it in there.
I hope Hugo made it on his trainer. Okay, we're sorry about the delay, man.
Yeah, Hugo.
Get your freaking iPad attached to that trainer, man. Watch the Drone Hangar.
Yeah, really.
While you're pumping them pedals, baby.
Hugo's laughing. He's saying, "Oh my God, please stop, Shelby," because he's talking about when we're in the commercial and how I sounded. It was funny to do. It was. I'm gonna roll Broseph under the bus. It was his idea. He was the one that said, "Let's go with Italian kind of gangster." He said gangster. That's what he said. He said it was gangster. And it was fun. It was cool. We I think everyone had a little bit of a laugh out of that one. And again, that's what we try to do here with Drone Hangar. We try to get you some some entertainment. And remember, the destination always for every show is destination information. And tonight we got a lot of it. We got Marc Ashton on.
What's been like thanks to us tonight.
Yes. And then, but before we start going down that path, Marty, fill us in. What is
feed us in? Fill us in? Fill you off?
Sounds bad. Oh, where is it? Don't fit away. Yes. I was a little quicker on that one. Yeah, I'll get 7 points for that. 7 out of 10. Fill us in with the latest in the drone world from you.
I don't know shit. What do you
want to know? Okay. Well, you're talking about you came back from Cali.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody's heard about that. I mean, it's about, So
you did that. Now you're back, and things are happening, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking man. I was going to go back to Cali in a couple of months, but shit.
Not now.
Things are blowing up in the drone world, baby. We're living the drone life, baby. Damn. Shit. Fuck damn phone ring off the damn hill, man.
So, Marty, what I'm trying to get him to get to is that his
semi-retired, man, dragging my ass out there flying fucking drones for a living every damn day. It feels like a full-time job.
Yeah. So his business is starting to boom up because now he's got more credentials under him. He's got the resume material to boot along with his 107 and everything else, so it looks even more legitimate, even though he sucks ass as a pilot.
Hey, I'm right. I'm faking it till I make it, baby, and I'm fucking faking like hell.
You're funny, but I love you. I love you nonetheless. So your gigs are picking up. You've got like 2 new big contracts, right? Oh, yeah. You got another one just the other day from a company that does construction, and you do another one that's a glass company, right?
Yeah, they do high-rise buildings and glass installs.
Yeah, we won't mention the names because I'm sure you got some clause in your contracts.
20 locations in North Carolina.
That's fucking awesome.
I got to go to and just fly, just sit in the damn
Well, tell
car.
them.
I bought me a damn Mavic 2 Pro, man, and that's so with the smart control, I could sit in the damn front seat and do the whole damn job, and reach out and grab the damn drone, stick it in just like a damn UPS driver, head to the damn next one, baby.
So you went and bought a Mavic 2.
Yes.
Mavic 2 is like running, and you got. So you worked ever since you came back from this trip. You've been spending some money because you made some money on this drone job.
Oh, I'm tight
in Cali.
as a fucking tick, man. But I got to blow some money now, man.
Yeah, you're blowing some money. Bought a big monitor, the one that like Ed Ricker's got. Man. Then you went and bought a Mavic 2, and now your workflow's down. You got your computer all set up. You got your hard drives. You got external hard drives. You got the MyCloud thing. You got the whole thing, and your workflow's down.
And digging damn ditches, dropping damn Ethernet lines and shit. We'll get you guys hooked up one of these days right around here.
Oh, he's talking about upgrading since the money's coming. That we might actually get better internet quality.
Well, we got this.
we got it.
We're about ready to retire this damn squirrel here in the back that's running on that cage trying to get us this damn Wi-Fi.
Oh, to get this thing to run better because it runs like snail shit rolling uphill. It's so slow. But we got a good connection, so we're going to run with it. Anyways, so what I was trying to get you to tell the viewers and everybody else that that do rewatch the show about how things are picking up for you as a regular commercial pilot, someone who's making some money at it.
Yeah.
Do you think the money's decent, average, good? What?
I like to make
Marty's medication is not set in yet, folks. Sit back and relax and watch his Percocet work.
I like to make them old days we do like damn job about $1,500 for about an hour worth of work, but that ain't happening.
Yeah, that's not happening no more. You're not making that kind of bread.
No, days are over.
Those days are over.
Everybody out there got a drone now.
Yep. But you seem to manage to make
I
a
could
niche.
be at the park flying for free, or I could be just like you spend an hour at this job, spend an hour at that job, make a little money here and there.
Yeah, this is what he does. He makes a nickel and diamond here and there, but does a lot of nickel and diamond, which equates to a bigger check.
More like a Ben Franklin here and a Ben Franklin there.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's you found a niche, and you worked on this niche for a couple of years to make this network work. And that's another thing I wanted you to try to tell people. But your medication is in. It's not working yet.
You got to know 10 of the freaking rightest people in the world, and they know hundreds, and they'll share you out to the world.
Marty,
if you around North Carolina,
Marty is a marketing guy, like a networking guy.
I got a big mouth.
You and my wife are the two most network people I know. Like you guys know every fucking buddy.
I talk fast with enthusiasm, man. Then I show them something they don't even want to look at.
Yeah.
But then they say, okay, I like your enthusiasm, so you're hired.
Even though your pilot skills suck.
They do, man. They really do. I'm like
come to me to edit.
I'm a nervous Nelly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kidding.
I work on these DJIs for everybody that crashes it, man.
There's no joke about that.
Hey, no damn way I'm gonna crash my shit.
Yeah, I know. You've got what? How many? Like 4 on deck right now, and there's shells everywhere.
Yeah.
He is really a DJI, repair shop for sure.
Yeah, we got about 16 of them damn Phantoms around here, from old to new.
You know what's so good to hear you talk like this now and around here?
That's right, man.
That's right, man.
That's right.
Hey, we've missed that.
But yeah, we're doing a little.
Air, but I had to get some freaking soda.
They called me up and they said, we won't buy damn expensive software, thousands of dollars. Are you available to start doing mapping? And I'm like,
there you go. See, so you're getting into the mapping part. You weren't doing this before.
No, yeah. I figured they, I networked the guy a little bit and said, hey, I know you're busy as hell. Why don't you let me do it? So then about 2 weeks later, the boss called me up.
No.
And
there you go.
They're like, hey, we're going to buy all this damn software for you, man. Go out there and do the job.
But that networking and the work before is paying off now. And you've definitely taught me that one.
I'll tell you right now.
Networking is the key, man. So if you're droning and you're trying to make some bread, then you really should be networking out into your community and branching out and finding other facets to use a drone.
I'm fucking old school, man.
Yeah, he is.
You can sit there, you can drop bots and email all damn day long, but they will really not appreciate you unless you get face-to-face with them and tell them, hey, man, what can I do for you? Face-to-face, and it works. It's old school contracting.
Yeah, old school contracting is what he says. And it works, man. I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm watching it. So there's the update on Marty. We're glad to have him back and have him at the helm again.
I'm glad to be back.
Everything's balanced again, and we can have our shit show back.
All right. Let's get on with the show.
We can have our whole shit show back in action. Full throttle. All the way. So coming up next, we are going to have. Well, let's go ahead and just bring him in. He's getting settled into his chair, and it's the part of the gang, and that would be Broseph. Are you there, Broseph?
Oh yeah.
You in the background?
Oh yeah.
Nope. Oh wait, you
What's
there?
up? What's up?
Hold on.
What's up?
Well,
What's
he's
up?
not there yet. He's not there yet.
There he is.
Talk to me.
What's happening?
There, everybody. Check it out. We got Broseph in the house. Mr. Rotor Ranch himself. It's good to see you, brother.
All right.
Like I see you every day anyways. It's kind of like we're married. But nonetheless, you're here and we're glad. And we want to just let everybody know that Rotor Ranch is in the house. He's going to be here for tonight's episode. He'll be in the background. Whether he's on screen or not, he will be there and he'll be able to chime in with his sexy, sultry voice. And everybody loves Rotor Ranch. Rotor, brother, that was a funny skit that we did. I like our commercials. What do you think?
That was on the fly, baby.
Yeah, it was.
Totally on the fly.
It was the fly. Flip, flip, fly.
I had got my ass beat by a brake job today, and it just left us no time to do that. That was amazing that we were able to create that in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, dude, and it was funny because we did the first take, and it was kind of bland, and we just weren't feeling it, and then you were like, dude, gotta go eat, and it just click. Wait, he said, I gotta go eat, I'll be back in 5, and click, and that was it. There was no discussion, nothing, you were gone. And then you came back, and you were ready to rock and roll. You were like, all right, you ready? Let's do this.
Yep.
And I hit record, and off we went. And then you hung up on that phone call, too. You're like, all right, man, I hate to do it, but I'm going to hang up on you again. Click, because you got to go edit. And then hung up on me again, and off I went. I was like, shit, all right, that's right. That's the way to do it. Ying to the yang. You knew otherwise I'd sit there and chit-chat for another hour. Marty, give me a say something, because he's looking at me like in his monitor like you're going to die.
I said Blitzkrieg right here. Hey, Blitzkrieg is swooping. Wipe the honey man and get off the damn throat and let's get watching the show.
Who said that?
Blitzkrieg FPV.
Marc Ashton, a.k.a. Virginia Panty Dropper. That was from Mr. Ty Darbridge. The other part of the show himself, Ty Darbridge, he'll be on at the end.
Pinch off that golden nugget.
Your golden nugget. Heading out to fly, but listening to on the commute. Said,
hey.
Omega. Sweet. Awesome, man. Damn it, the kid used all the toilet paper and didn't put a roll on. It says Blitz. You're going to use the seashells.
I want to know whose wife out there.
Tell your child that I love them.
Tell him I got that dollar I owe.
Yeah, tell him I owe him $5. I said they did it. I pay him $5. I'll pay him 10 because they actually did it. Go ahead, Marty.
I want to know who out there, his wife, does not replace the toilet paper roll. And which way's best, over or under the roll?
Pull from underneath, make it coming from the bottom, or you want the sheets coming from the top? Yeah. Marty wants you to.
And how many times this month have you had to break one off and you had to call somebody to bring a damn roll of paper because they don't know how to change the spool?
Split ass. It needs to do a split ass into the toilet.
It's split.
What's up, Clay?
Split ass into the toilet. I love it. Speaking of that, tonight's special guest we have is. Who is it? Anybody remember?
Pause.
Shut the fuck up. Try to create it.
Didn't we have like a
Oh, no. All right, so. Yes. Tonight, on the Drone Hangar, Season 2, Episode 1, we have the one and only Marc Ashton. All things FPVWRA, and he's going to talk about the races.
Oh, that was freaking weak, man.
I tried, man.
What happened to the 3 effects I was telling you about?
Which one? Oh, I couldn't find the BBBB. I couldn't find it. The ticker kind of tape kind of thing. I know what you're talking about, but no, I couldn't find it. They had all these weird abstract ones. They had the BBC News one. You liked that one, but I was about to do that one. That wasn't going to do that one.
Oh, yeah.
I was just afraid of getting copyright infringed. But anyways, we do have Marc Ashton on tonight. He's gonna do a Skype call with us. We're gonna sit down. We have some questions that we wrote down. We did correct.
Oh wow,
Marty, you weren't here for that meeting.
No,
you decided to go and do some other bullshit.
Wow, you actually found a pen around the shop?
Yeah, I keep pens all handy, man.
Damn,
Since you've been gone, I've been ready, bro. I gotta lead the ship when you're gone, man.
Whatever happened to that?
And by the way, we are the co-captains of the ship. This is on the destination. This destination information. We're going to try to give it to you in a fun way.
What'd you do with the whiteboard?
We're going to get you there.
We'll get you there. We're going to get there quick. But we have Goose's. We spoke to him and we talked to him earlier today. We gave him a heads up what kind of questions we're going to ask him. And we already talked a little bit in the background. And he's got a lot of info.
The phone line will be open too, right?
Yeah.
So
we'll just get a first caller. If you want to be a caller on the show and you want to talk to One Man Party, myself, or Broseph, a.k.a. Rotor Ranch, give a jingle jangle on the old telephone right
What's
here.
up, James?
We are. I think it is live. It should be.
Yeah, James Omega, he's out flying, man. We ain't flying, but he's flying because we got bad weather here. But James is out flying. He's listening, bro. Thanks for listening, man.
Yeah, thanks for listening, James.
Share it out.
Mr. Omega. So he's heading out. He's on his commute to go out and fly. I cannot fly. We cannot fly. I don't know how you managed to fly today because the weather sucks shit. It's horrible.
Man, I got some killer
It's
pictures
right.
today.
You're fine down there in Florida, right?
It's raining here.
Oh, you're getting rain now too? Yeah, low pressure system's pulling up. Use a board can if you want. Well, you got to be reading all these, man. This is your job, man. The last person in that seat sucked.
What's up, Clayton, man? What's up, everyone?
What's that? Go ahead.
Rock'em Robots. Thank you, Vinyl Ninja.
What's that? Vinyl Ninja said what?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Strap a red card on the nose. Red cam on the nose. I can't read everything. It's
we got a tech question.
Tech question?
Does the spec wing spec specify cameras or cam settings?
Oh, do they? No, they don't specify cameras. Cameras are optional of what you run. I've ran small ass cameras and regular full size.
There you go.
So that doesn't really matter. But you do have to have your name displayed. I can't remember if that's an actual rule, but put it on there anyways because you want to have your name on there, or make sure they know, hey, this is me. You know, whatever you have on there, so they because they review footage. They have to do that. You really want that fucking button? You don't like my breaking news? This just in. FPVWRA does not absolutely require any kind of camera, just a camera.
What happened to the world news tonight? That was
the one
badass.
you want the one with the
badass, man.
Yeah, but we're gonna get copyright slammed on that one.
He wants to get us shut down.
Oh no, he wants to get us shut down, dude. He loves that. He's gonna keep doing that.
Mark Dribble. We got another tech.
You like this one? He like that one for some reason, man.
There you go.
So now it's banned. All the information that you want to know tonight, you're not gonna be able to see it after this. Catch it while you can.
I mean, shit, we took a 3 or 4 week hiatus.
We took over. That's why we're calling it season 2. People are like, Brian Banks is like, he's calling it season 2, so it seems like his show's successful. Yeah, part of that's true.
Season 2.1.
We just mainly called it season 2 because we had to stop at some point, anyways.
We got
episodes in season 1.
Say it again.
13 episodes in season 1.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. There's a lot of it. And we had to take a break.
That's a lot, man.
We're gonna go through
Yeah,
a hiatus.
break, you get burned out.
Yeah, you get burned out. And we've decided to change the format a little bit and try to keep the one special guest an episode and keep the shows down to an hour and a half. We started late tonight, and therefore we will go till 9 instead of 8:30.
Yeah, we got canceled until we found a new sponsor, and it was Kentucky Fried Chicken Hot Wings.
Yeah, so we got some KFC. That's what's on tonight's dinner. Like normal, we usually have a food, and tonight is this company right here.
So we got another.
I don't want to get in trouble.
We got another tech question here.
Another tech question.
All right, Mark.
You want this every time? This just in. Another fucking tech question from over there in the Chatty Cathy land.
Mark.
Folks, we still have to go to commercial.
Oh man, I lost it. But Mark Dribble.
Sorry, hit it twice.
Mark Dribble said something about what was it 16 by 9 and 4 by 3, something like that.
Right here.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Are most wing races preferring
16 by 9 or 4 by 3? That's a good question. I don't know. What do you prefer, Broseph? 16 by 9 aspect ratio, or a 4 by 3?
Nah, I like the 16 by 9.
I do too.
I
can't see shit.
Yeah, I'm used to the scaling being the image being at a 16:9 now. For forever and a day though, it was 4:3.
What's up, Clay?
Yeah,
so you just got to remember you obviously would know that you're stretching the image.
Yeah, Vanguard said use whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, it's eventually use whatever you got. So.
Yeah.
And all the cameras are going to stretch the image differently, and then whatever your goggles are set to.
I ain't found it on my settings, but I like Vanguard 20 by 9. I like that. ultra wide.
Ultra wide. Yeah, there you go. 8K says Blitz.
Yeah, I want a movie theater. I want to put a freaking movie theater in my.
I'm going to use my GoPro V1 as my flying camera, says Sean.
I'm put a movie projector in my PT Cruiser. I'm gonna FPV off of here.
I have to give Sean a little on that one because it is kind of funny to use a GoPro V1 as your FPV. I remember when we used to do that when they first came out. We would plug them in and use the GoPro as an FPV cam all in one, and then they would crap out on you. And then you had nothing, and then you're crashing unless you get a good LOS and can guide it in. The drone hangar, it's in season. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in season.
Whizzy.
Yeah.
Name should just be there. Helps a bit with officiating. Absolutely, that's totally agree with that. You have something to go and say, hey, this is my footage, and then try to record it. I don't record a lot of my races. I actually recorded only a very few.
That's because you're always asking me for a freaking SD card, bitch. Hey, man, can I get an SD card from
It sounds almost like you want to fight it out, man. Like I got all your, give me my SD cards, you son of a bitch, or I'm going to kick you in the dick.
Hey, we got Rock'em Sock'em.
No, I do ask you for your SD cards quite a bit. I have to be honest. That is actually the truth, and probably accumulated a rather substantial amount of 32 gigs. But the bottom line is record your races. That way, if anything, it helps the officials out. And have your call sign on there. That helps the officials. Gets back to when they go and review the footage. It makes it that much easier for them, and they're not having to track down who the hell is Spectrum. Yeah. But usually they know who that is, and that's just me. Because I'm lazy like that sometimes. But I am trying to get all my cameras has say Shelby on them, or D-Bag. So go ahead. What were you going to say, Broseph?
D-Bag.
You finally caught that one?
Hey,
do me a favor. Someone send Miss Belinda the link to. She's trying to find and get into the show or watch the show. So someone send her the link to the show. That'd be cool. Just copy and paste and send it on over. I can't do it right now. I'm doing too much shit. Okay, there's a lot to do here, and that's just the way it is. Right? Correct. Thank you very much. Y'all can shut up.
It's a little red symbol.
Go ahead.
You tap on it. It says YouTube, and Shelby will pop up first.
No, she's not here. She's on this phone, chatting via IM. Her and her husband are trying to watch, and the original link that I had posted up with an event, I planned the event and everything. Well, it fucking took a shit. So they're no longer having that link. They have to have this new link, and there you go. So there's where we're at. Let me go ahead and check in and see. We got a substantial amount. We got about 20 people watching. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We want to give you guys applause for tuning in and coming here on Sunday. You can do a lot of other things like take a shit, go to sleep, whatever. Yeah. But you decided to tune in and watch us.
Or watch Game of Thrones reruns.
No, Game of Thrones reruns. Hey, I even gave in on that weekend and said, all right, there's no way I'm going to have the show while Game of Thrones, the series finale, is airing. That's stupid. There's no one here. Anyways, we barely have anybody here as it is. Hey guys, all right, Mrs. Bandito, she finally got it. We wanted to make sure you got the link so you can watch the show and check out what's going on. And anyways, we're getting ready to go to break, so you turned at the right time because we're gonna go to break again.
Yeah, that's good.
Because we got to get a hold of Mark and get him on the line, and we're trying to stick to the time format. So, Broseph, did you have any questions for Marty or myself before we go to first break?
No.
Nope. All right, so when we come back, we're going to have Marc Ashton on and get ready for a lot of information. So sit back and relax. Go get a refill. It's BYOBB. Remember that. It's whatever makes you happy. And you have to be 21 and over. I can't card you coming in here, but please don't stick around if you're not of that age because we tend to swear a lot over here.
Oh, yeah.
Marty's an asshole.
Oh, yeah, that's
an asshole.
Yeah.
A fucking asshole.
You're going to keep saying that, and you'll have more viewers that are underage because you're not letting them watch it. I got to see what they're not letting me see. Sorry.
Stick to the time format. Stick to the time format, says Blitz. That's what we're doing, man. Remember, we're a half hour. We're running a half hour longer just because we started a half hour later. But anyways, all right, taking the first break. And, yes, it's going to be just what we watched on the intro on the inside when we came in. It's going to be a same commercial again. Sit back and have some fun and invite your friends. This is the time because I'm going to go get Mark, and we're going to be live in just 5. Broseph, I can smell you from here. We take in your essence. I'll see you in 5.
Later. Bye.
Drone Hangar update. Welcome to the 2019 Drone Hangar is accepting sponsors for a limited time. This show might pleasantly surprise you. Electric Dolphins, awesome guests, BYOBB, GYSOThis Mike, no 1-800 number are just some of the options included. Take advantage of this offer and email dronehangarshow@gmail.com to sponsor the show. At the Drone Hangar, we are serious about FPV and your laughter. Get you some.
We're gonna
Get a poop.
We're gonna use our real names.
Sanchez,
I'm dirty.
Sanchez,
I'm
real
dirty.
names.
I'm real names. Senor Dirty Sanchez. Senor Dirty Sanchez.
Gangsters. No, gangsters. Atlantic City gangsters.
Atlantic City gangsters.
Atlantic City gangsters.
So we're gonna get street cred.
So we're gonna get street cred. I don't know.
Fill me, enlighten me. I'm lost.
Fill me, enlighten me. I'm lost.
You gotta guide me down your mental path.
You start off saying like,
Hey, you Joey.
Hey,
I
you
hear
Joey.
some new action on the strips. Place to make some money. Place to make some money. You know, get a couple bones. What you hear, man? What you hear, man?
Hey, I heard there was some way to make a couple extra bones on the strip now. On the new game that's playing.
Joey, you telling me? You telling me? I just making some money. Just flying some damn wings. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, man. These things are awesome. We can make some money just ripping around the fucking boardwalk.
So I can get some. So I can get some canoes and then I can go fly around the damn beach. Around the damn beach. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I'm not talking tortellinis. I'm talking the whole cannoli. They got it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? They got it all.
Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Talking all this nonsense. Running the race.
Hey, check it out. Check it out. He goes by
Dick Rod. Is it from the 70s in a porno? Get the fuck out of here. How much money they talking? How much money they talking, man? IDRLC. That's what I heard on the street. That's what I heard on the street.
IDRLC. It's like one of those handicap kid things, I think. I'm not sure. These things on their heads.
The well look like helmets. The well look like helmets. They're kind of like visors. They look like they're gonna bump into a wall. Get the fuck out of here.
It's like this fucking goggles thing they wear.
You know what, Mike?
All I know is they walk around. They look like a bunch of hoodlums. They want to take their money.
All right, Joey, I'm with you. We'll go down there while these numbnuts are flying around. There's whatever the hell it is. Whatever the hell it is.
We're gonna take it all.
That's right. Then we go down to the restaurant and we get some canoes and kaniches and we.
This is a big job. I might even call in,
names, yeah. Sexy Hugo, I heard he may coming down. You might be able to get him in.
If the boss comes down, you know it's a job worth doing if the boss shows up.
Next weekend, right? 15th and 16th. I even see the boss. I heard he got nice pants now. You know? Yeah. Boss might show up.
Somebody told me he was riding with a motorcycle. Then I seen a picture of it.
That's what I'm saying. Joey, I saw. They said bikes. Riding the bikes. I said, that's the boss. I saw ballerina pants. And I said, get the fuck out of here.
They said maybe the grand finale, he might get on his bike and jump the shark like Fonzie and Happy Days. Remember that episode of Fonzie jumped the shark?
Get the fuck out of here. You think the boss is trying to jump the shark like a Fonz? Hey. But you never know. He's got the 15th and the 16th of next week to show up and be the boss. Throw down for some money. $16,000, they say.
I'm gonna pick you up on the way. We're gonna do this job.
We're gonna do this job. IDRLC, June 15th and 16th. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We're coming. Get you. We're gonna get us some.
Is that better?
I don't know. I think it's not better.
I needed a hot dog. I had to get my P-wave up.
P-waves up. Get your P-waves up. You're like you hung up me on the first. I gotta go. Call you in 5. Call you in 5. Click. I didn't even say. I love you. I'll miss you. I love you. I'll miss you. Rude bastard. Right in the middle recording. Okay. Woohoo! I think we got it. Yes. No. Maybe so. Got a little music in the background. Yeah, we got some music in the background. All right, yeah. We made it. We're back. Things are getting dimmer and much darker than normal. We don't have all our lights. Marty has decided to change a couple things. That's not cool. I didn't expect to be this dark. In the background, though, I do have the man we've been waiting to listen to and hear his sexy voice, and he's getting himself all squared away. Marty's going to be right back. I don't know where the hell he sauntered off to. I don't know where he is. We'll find out where he is. And Rotor Ranch can't be on because you can only have one person on Skype at a time. So that's just going to have to be what it is. Bruce, if you're in the background, go ahead and call in. We'll have you be in the background as well. So we'll do that. So call in, and then we'll get you on the horn. And then while we're doing that, let me switch over here to the chat. See what's going on in the chat group. And I think Marty's coming. This is called stalling, folks. I'm not a professional. I am just trying. And Marty is, I think Marty's getting dressed. And Mr. Ashton in the background, he's doing hair and makeup real fast, he said. I can see his assistant working with him. And he's placing up his logos. What do we got going over here in the Chatty Cathy group? All right, so while we were away, Vanguard's I've never raced before. He's never. Sean has never raced. He's a liar. I love to go, but I just bought my first race wing, said Mrs. Bandio. Can't wait for her to be at a first race, to be honest with you. That's going to be really kick-ass. I haven't seen a female pilot race wings since Mrs. Flash Gangsta, and that's been going on 3 years. Stop repeating yourself. No, Jason, I won't stop repeating myself. No, Jason, I won't stop repeating myself. Right wing V3, maybe I can next year, says Belinda. We have some feedback, folks. I don't know what that means. Worst commercial ever. That's fine. So, Bruce, if they don't like our commercials, if you hear me in the background, they don't like them. So let's just keep making them. What up, says Loco. What's up, Rob? Shelby, you're getting some serious feedback. We're hearing you 3 times over. Uh-oh, that's not cool at all. Shit, that's not cool at all. Let's see what happens if I do this. Check, 1, 2. Are we still getting it? Good now? All right, good. God, man, I don't want to go through that audio loop again. I tried to trace that thing, and that was a fucking nightmare. Shelby, how many wings are you bringing? All right, so we've jumped down to all the way here. Worst commercial ever. Come on, man. We are on a shoestring budget. Shelby, you're getting a serious. Oh, we got through that. I'm bringing 3. The commercial was 3 times over. That sucks. I'll have to figure that out and probably won't play the commercial again. And I'm sure you guys are happy about that one. Thank you, Shelby. I'm having, you have faith in me. I'm happy you having, I think that's what you're trying to say. But anyways, Marty, you ready, man? Are you dressed? You got your hair and makeup on? Mr. Ashton's back there. He's starting to sweat. Either that or he's grooving. He's grooving in the background. He's enjoying his time. He knows he's about ready to settle everyone's nerves, calm everybody down a little bit, maybe. No, he says absolutely not. That is not happening. I'm getting the no head shake. I got Rotor Ranch in the background. If I can merge the calls, then I'm going to merge the calls. Let's see if I can merge the calls. And I have actually been able to merge the two. Tips are touching. Tips are touching? Yes? Tips? Okay, all right. So while we sit here, we're going to see if we can't transition over. And Marty's in the background dicking around. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and transition and bring in Mr. Ashton himself, Marc Ashton. Let's give him an applause. There we go. Woohoo! Give me an audio check, bro.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, man. We can all hear you loud and clear, and that's fantastic news. And I'm the little screen down here in the bottom. And you got Broseph up above. Marty's getting ready to settle in. He's doing something. He's putting on some sort of apparel. Hey, Marty, can you do me a favor before you get too settled? Turn that light on so we have some front-facing light. Just a little bit. Brian used to bring this little lamp that he had. That would really aid in giving a little visual balance. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yep, absolutely perfect. Much better. Yeah, there we go. Balance lights. Thanks, guys, for sticking around and staying with the Drone Hangar. This is Season 2, Episode 1, and this is a good one because we have Mr. Marc Ashton here, and we've got Man Party Marty. He is back in the house, and he's getting ready for 4th of July, my birthday. That's what it is. It's not about anything else. And he's going to pick my nose or poke my eye with that damn thing. With Old Glory. Easy, easy, easy. And he's wearing some head plays. He's sporting some old school head plays. All right, Marc, thank you for coming on the show. We are so happy to have you, dude. Like, seriously. And
happy to be here.
Glad you took out your time from your family, your schedule to sit around with this nonsense of a show that we call the Drone Hangar. So what's been shaking, bro? Let's say hey and be cordial. What's the fuck up, Dick Slap?
What's going on, slut? So check this out. I'm going to touch
how we
on
usually greet each
just
other,
because
to
I
be
know it's
honest.
driving everybody nuts because it's driving me fucking crazy.
What's driving you
The
crazy?
the logo is backwards over my face.
The logo, just the fact the logo is on your face is what's bothering me. There you go. Whether it was frontwards, backwards, sidewards, or downwards, it didn't matter to me. And I'm pretty sure all the rest of the viewers have probably filmed similar. Are you on? Oh, there we go. Now we got Marty. Go ahead. Say something, man.
What's up? What's up?
There we go. I know we were missing something. Now there's some more depth to the show. Cool. And there we go. Now I got you. All right. What is it saying? All right. Everyone's good. I love the flipped logo. Yes. Mr. Sean Vanguard noticed the error it ways with the flip logo. It is flipped. It probably looks good for you, or no, you see it the same way.
It does. No, it's perfectly fine for me. That's what's driving me nuts.
So he's gonna bring that in and out so your brain gets attuned to the logo of the FPVWRA, which you guys are going to be the governing body for the big races coming up this weekend in Atlantic City, New Jersey, that IDRLC is throwing down, and you guys are the organizers and actually conducting the races. So we are happy to have that happening, correct? Yes? I think so, right, Broseph? I think the viewers agree over there, too. And so we brought you on for a number of questions, I guess. And we wanted you to have the stage to talk about whatever it is. By the way, what are you drinking tonight, sir? Please bring to the table. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
It might have something in it.
Uh-oh.
Might not.
If it's anything like Thai garbage, it's got a lot of something in it. It's probably got a lot of that something and less than anything else, like ice and water or Diet Coke or anything.
It's not water.
It's not water. All right, that sounds good. Much better. Everything sounds good. I see cherries and pickles, so I think Blitzkrieg says he's got a boner. And
he usually does, especially when I walk around.
Yeah, that's right. Look tight in jeans, kind of like Hugo does in the spandex. All right, so let's see what we got going on. I don't know. We're all talking about waves and crashing waves and wind. All right, so we got all these chatty Cathy's fire with chatter, which is good to see. It's good to see.
Throwdown or the blowdown? What's it gonna be?
I think it's gonna be a hoedown, man. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get some dancing going on.
Hell yeah!
I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun nonetheless. It's always like a family reunion when we get together. So.
You heard it here first. If we all crash out, it's a limbo dance.
That's right. Gate falls down, then you got to go out and swim through it.
Oh, there we go. I'm all for it. I like to see this a bunch of wing pilots just run around causing nonsense like normal. Just imagine 20 of me running around. There you go. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be windy. It's gonna be a lot of water, but it's gonna be an interesting race nonetheless. So, all right, Goose. So we stay on track. Let's take a moment of seriousness. Snooze, as I say sometimes. You all right there? More medication, really? Your nurse said only every half hour, not every 10 minutes. Anyways, we try to get to destination information. It takes a little while sometimes. We have some questions. We have some fluff questions, as we did in rehearsal. And then we have some elephant in the room questions. And then also we have... Ready? Been waiting all day for this one. Right here, live on the Drone Hangar, we have breaking news from Mr. Marc Ashton. And he will tell you a little bit later. And here we go. Sorry. I'm trying. Working my best here. Work with me, folks. I don't get paid shit. All right. Let's start with the first fluff question. We're going to toss you an easy one, right? Because we're going to toss you the hard balls or the hard ones, right? You okay over there? You doing okay?
I nodded off for a second.
You nodded off for a second? Okay.
He's boring me to death, too.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Get to the question,
all right,
man.
So, all right, for a fluff question, we got first one up is wait, hold on, sorry, time out. It's dramatic pause. No, I'm serious. It's gonna happen. First question for you today is: how involved will the FPVWRA be with the IDRLC going forward? Okay, a little more time. Sorry, folks, we need a little more time on the clock. A little more.
There's talks going on.
Oh, wait. He's got
but
some
nothing that I can really spill the beans on as of right now.
Okay, so how involved will the FPVWRA be with IDRLC going forward? You can't say. So
I can't really say right now.
Can't say.
He will not kiss and tell. He's not going to kiss and tell.
Not going to
I'm
kiss.
not that guy.
You're not that guy. So no. saying nothing means like you're saying something, kind of, right? What do you think, Marty?
Sounds like sweet nothings.
Sounds like sweet nothings. Is it more of a careless whisper? Should we do that one?
Ooh,
IDRLC
yeah.
and WRA, they're not disclosing their relationship currently.
I miss George Michael.
Well, you'll tell us if anything right away soon when if anything happens, correct?
Yep.
All right, so let's throw you another easy one. Will there be a West Coast WRA? This one I think comes from Broseph, correct? Rotor Ranch? Yeah, this one is, will there be a West Coast FPVWRA? The reason why he was asking that was Dick Rod, Richard Rodriguez of IDRLC, says he's going to be throwing down a race on the West Coast. Don't know if it's going to be wings, but that was what was said. Do you have any info to that? Or are you running for Congress, sir? Feel like you're giving testimony at Capitol Hill? Answer away, please. Wait, do you want the Jeopardy? You want some more of that?
Senator, I can't really touch base on that too much. What I can tell you is that we are very interested in making sure that every pilot throughout the United States is represented, whether they're on the West Coast or the East Coast or somewhere in the middle in the Midwest there. We love every pilot, and we want to make sure that they all get the opportunity to race at a WRA event.
Damn, man.
There we go.
Good. Woo, baby. Damn, that was a good one there, man. Shit.
Let's just fucking throw down a celebration. He says he's wanting everybody. Vote his ass for president. Mr. Marc Ashton. Baby. Don't know what he's drinking, but it's liquid courage, apparently. So, I'm glad you are participating in the shenanigans, which is the drone hangar. We love that. But you can't really divulge in anything on those two subjects. Those are fluff questions.
Blitz, for the fact that I would like to be awake and alive tomorrow, I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay, what does WRA know about Hillary Clinton, says Blitz? Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah.
Holy beard, Mark. So apparently he's sporting a Sasquatch. He's getting ready for winter. You know who can grow a fucking beard is fucking Colt. Colt seems to grow a beard like a chia pet. Like it's seriously, it's that and who am I forgetting? Who's the other one? God damn it! Why am I drawing? I don't know,
I'm thinking about getting it.
Sasquatch, Squatch FPV.
Yeah.
He's another one that grows a beard like nobody's biz. Just pops out of his chin 2 days later. So why are you sporting the beard now, bro? Trying to look slender, sexy? Is the you can talk to me. Is the relationship on the rocks?
You know what that is.
What's that?
And a lot of I don't give a fuck. I'm just too lazy to shave.
Okay, there you go. Well, that's being honest. We appreciate the honesty. Folks, this is what you call middle-aged life crisis. Don't give a shit. You'll all get there, men. Just kind of like, yeah, it's all right. It'll work. That'll be fine for one more day. We'll move on. All right, so you want to just jump to the elephant room in the questions? I see. We're not gonna sit there. And
you can keep stroking my ego a little bit if you want.
Okay, a little more, little touch and feel, a little fluff.
Or you guys can start trying to tear me down.
No, all right. Well, we kissed you before we really hurt you. Broseph, did you have anything you want to add to those fluff questions, or do the viewers over there in Chatty Cathy Land want to chime in and ask anything to Mark? Now's your chance. Or if you really feel ballsy and tootsies, then you can. If you feel ballsy and tootsies, go ahead and call the old damn hotline, because we do pay for that damn thing, and actually ask them to yourself, because we have the phone line that is open. I wanted to say lines, but we don't have lines. We have one line. Anyways, what happened to my whole damn thing right here?
So I saw a question in chat a minute ago about whether or not we're going to be racing over the water. Sort of.
Don't uncork everything, because I have questions here.
I'm not going to uncork everything, but yeah, it's the answer to that question is sort of.
Sort of. Okay. Mark has.
Oh, wait a minute. That sounds controversial, man.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, what is this? Are you just wairing to let us know later, or are we? Marty's taking. Is it a federal airspace thing or what?
Ooh, tough question. Sorry, I didn't. Knuckleball coming from Marty. Wasn't expecting that one. Sorry, kids.
Yeah, no. No.
He's on fire.
IDRLC managed to get all the FAA approvals, as far as I know. So airspace is not an issue.
Right.
Neither is flying out over the water. There's some logistical issues outside of that do become an issue.
Is it an increase in alligators we've been seeing, or Sharknado or something like that?
What are you fucking talking about?
I mean, why can't you fly over the water, man? I want to see you fly over the water, baby.
So he
I want to see
points. Why can't we fly over the
I want
water?
to see some FPV inverted, man, over the water, baby. I want to see some like 12-foot sea station.
We'll be able to answer that.
Inverted. So yeah, I can go in a little more depth when we start talking about the track.
Yeah, so he'll get to it, and he definitely is going to be able to explain it. I know what he's going to tell you, which will explain it. Shelby never shies away from stroking. Stroke. Yep, let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the whole thing. When we first were talking earlier today, I saw a little kind of chit-chat thing going out, and this is, I think, going to tie into the breaking news, and we'll find out if that is when I ask you this question. The question is this. Let me get my Jeopardy, because I like my Jeopardy. Yeah, there it is. Takes a little while. It's a little pause. Qualifiers are a practice? What the fuck is that? And there you go. Is this the breaking news one?
We'll break it here. Go ahead.
All right, so we're going to do the old breaking
I can
news.
Hear my wonderful voice in the background as I talk to myself.
Live here on the Drone Hangar, we have breaking news. Marc Ashton. Twist my titties and pull my anal beads. I can't believe what he's getting ready to tell me. Fire away. Go ahead.
All right, so the breaking news is I found out Friday night.
Okay. Well, let me turn on the music a little bit.
X-Class will not be at the event this weekend.
Uh-oh.
So it is going to be 100% WRA and IDRLC running wings.
So this just in, X-Class not going to be a participant at the IDRLC race event this weekend, 15th and 16th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, which will now clear up time for the wings. So now we are not limited to 5 qualifiers. We are now more open to practice and whatever you deem appropriate, correct? Based on pilot numbers.
Basically, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it an open qualifier.
Okay.
Right. Based on the number of pilots as of right now, we don't have enough to basically say we didn't hit the goal number. Let's put it that way, that we're only going to move 25 pilots or 50 pilots onto Sunday. So what we're going to do is the new schedule. Basically, I don't have the full schedule. I just know the start and end. We're going to have an 8 a.m. check-in time, which I know you're going to love, Shelby, because now you're going to have to be
this just in, kids.
That's a whole lot damn better than 6 a.m.
Hold on. We're going to sit on that one for a while. Hell yeah. 8 a.m. check-in time. Woo!
We can stay out another 2 hours and not before
shit on a stick. It's Christmas.
8 o'clock.
All right, so 8 a.m. Wow, thank Christ for that one, man. I thought I was going to pull out my PT gear and go
out. I thought I was going to have to prime the back at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, man. You know me. I hate mornings, man. You and I have been fucked that.
Waking up.
Horrible.
I figure most everybody's going to be going to bed about 6.
Yeah, it's Atlantic City, man. We're not like, in the Bible Belt. We're literally, it's in a gambling town. Shit. Everything, shit that goes on in that city probably does happen in the Bible somewhere in the Old Testament.
Smell like the boardwalk.
She smelled like a boardwalk. Is that what you just said?
You
can smell like a boardwalk. Listen to him.
Well, turn me to salt and send me home.
Hell yeah.
All right,
go ahead. All right, so
we're going to 8 a.m. check-in.
8 a.m. check-in.
We're probably looking at about a 9 o'clock ish pilot meeting.
This sounds more and more better.
Mark, safety briefing, and just like we normally do with the WRA event. If you've been to one, you know kind of how we do.
Perfect. I'm used to that. I've gotten used to that pill. So, yeah, that's fine. That's normal, traditional, if you will call it that, the way the WRA's races are ran that you and Ryan have ran. It's usually around 8 o'clock, usually around 9 o'clock, kick it off, and then there we go. And then if we need to pick up the pace, we seem to pick up the pace because you crack the whips, and then we keep going and we get it done. And that's kind of seems like it's going to be the same thing. So what else?
Yeah, pretty much. So we're going to be able to run all the way until 7 p.m.
7 p.m. So that's damn near,
it's about 9 hours. Yeah, 9 hours of race. Just everybody's going, and we want to go as fast as possible. So the goal is going to basically be 2 minutes between heats.
Okay.
So heat 1 will go up. They'll run their race. We're estimating a 3 to 4 minute race time.
Okay.
So and then a 2 minute between. So you'll have 2 minutes for the aircraft to get recovered, and for the next set of pilots to be either self-launching or putting their aircraft on the launchers.
All right, so grand total again between start of a race and you going up is going to be approximately 4 minute race time.
6 minutes.
4 minute race time approximately, and 2 minutes of once they land, you have 2 minutes. Correct? Is that the idea? No matter how long it is. So approximately 5.5 to 6 minutes is what you have because you'll know when you're going up, right?
Correct.
You're going to know that you're going up, and
and the goal will be that, like normal, we always have spotters just in case. So the goal will be the next group up will be sitting there as spotters. We know that doesn't always work because somebody might have to drop back to go repair an aircraft or whatnot. So we're going to try and work that out as best we can. That just might mean that, if you're in Heat 1 and you're spotting Heat 5, but you got to repair an aircraft, maybe somebody from Heat 2 hops in your spot just real quick.
Okay.
Also, IDRLC is going to have runners. Basically, I'm not going to be chasing people down, or Alex, depending on how we, whether or not it's...
Amen to that one. I think everyone wants to applaud to that. That's nice to have runners that are going to go and just get shit, and the organizers can do what they need to do, you get to do what you need to do, and pilots get to do what they need to do.
Right, and they're basically going to be running back and forth saying, hey, I need Heat 2, and they're going to try and, usher guys up quickly. That way I don't have to run from one end of the beach to the other trying to find people.
Do you want to be mandatory for pilots to have their handles on their cameras?
Yes.
And if not, is there a alternative solution as into like, hey, I am actually flying this in this heat, this is me, or you don't want any of that?
No, I would like your pilot handle or your name.
All right.
One or the other. And the reason we want to do that is because the event's going to be live streamed.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that when you have the feed up and you have the live feed going off, to California or somewhere in Europe, people watching, we want to make sure they know who they're looking at.
Copy that.
I can always look at the heat sheet and say, Shelby was running in seat number 4.
Right.
So I just go look at cam 4 and say, well, there's Shelby's feed, right?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't really work for the guys that aren't at the event, or even people that are at the event that want to watch the live stream.
Right.
So what we want is we want everybody to just go ahead and put your call sign or your name. You can put your name, it's fine. Either the call sign or your name is fine. On the bottom of your camera with the OSD from the cam so that we can actually see who's in which seat. Just really quickly.
Okay. So there you go,
it also
kids.
helps me when I'm scoring. So if I got to penalize you for, say, there's an Immelman maneuver, and instead of doing an Immelman, you just basically do a wide sweeping 180-degree turn. You're going to get penalized for not doing the correct maneuver. A few seconds on your time. So
just in, kids, make sure you have your damn pilot handle on your cameras. So that means I got to find all my OSD little cards for my cameras to make sure they are all set. I had a question over here. So it will aid in the officiating of the race, and it will aid in people around the world watching the race, knowing who they are watching, which makes total sense. So let's all try to make sure we have that done, including myself. I've got to do them on pretty much every camera. That's, minus 1, so that's 9. Let's talk about parking and pit area. All right, so Blitz has got a very good point. So, some of the things we haven't really hit we hit one question. What about the logistics? Like some of the logistics kind of, I don't know, it's a little hard to swallow. It's like canned spinach, to be honest. Like, where are we going to park? Do you know all that kind of info, or is that something outside of your knowledge? More on IDRLC.
Full on outside of my knowledge. That's IDRLC. I know there should be parking at the event. I just don't know how close it is to the actual track.
Copy that.
I know that I've been told that I can get my truck down as close to the beach as physically possible, so that I can move the gates back and forth and the generators and all that. I don't know that I can actually go onto the beach, but I know I can get really, really close. Okay. So as far as where you guys are going to park, I just don't have that answer. You don't have the answer? No, that's fine. That's what they asked, and if you don't have it, we know where to go now. The question needs to go to Dick Rod. Yeah, I heard Blitz has it right there. He says in the chat, empty lots and road parking right at the beach, and it's free. So there you got it.
All right, got to save me one, please. I should save one for me and Broseph. We'll be coming together hand in hand in the shaggin' wagon and camping right there. So, yeah. What are we doing for spotters? I think you already mentioned that. What we're doing for spotters. So the traditional way, next one up.
Pilot up, just like we normally do.
Yeah, next pilot up is spotting. Wow, says Miss Bandito. I don't know what it was about. Miss Bandito FPV, I'm waiting for entry to intermediate level races to come out, so the not so good pilots have a chance. This is going what you were saying, Rotor, about the splitting the classes. You asked that one. Go ahead. You ask him. He's here. You can hear you.
Well, I've been watching the sport grow, and, we see a lot of new people getting involved in it, and, well, everybody wants a chance to run the FPVWR gates. Everybody wants to be able to run that track and to break it up into different classes of racers, where you've got, an A class and a B class. And, you get, people who want to run it, people who want to come out and pay the little bit of money to be part of the event and, run the track because it's exciting.
Yeah, so there's two ways I can address this. One is there is a novice class. So there is a class that we already have that exists that allows any fixed wing configuration, tractor props, canards, pusher, any type of fuselage. It doesn't matter. You can bring out whatever you want as long as you're within our 200 milliwatt race band VTX power limit and 4-cell and under. You can run whatever. And that gives you the opportunity to run the gates. That does not get done at every race event, mainly because as of right now, and Shelby and I talked about this morning, we kind of, in a way, piggyback off of other events. So other event organizers will contact us and say, hey, we want to run an FPVWRA race. Can you guys come out and help us out? Sure, no problem. What classes do you want to run? And typically, because they're running it, they're participating, or excuse me, we're participating in their event, and their event is either a fun fly or a quad wing event. There's just the amount of time in a day that you have. You just can't run more than one or two classes, and most people want to run spec and sport. And when I'm only given 3 or 4 hours to run spec and sport, it's one of those things where I just can't right now afford time-wise to run any novice races. Yeah. It's unfortunate for people that want to, but realistically, the class was created for those events where we don't go, and someone wants to go ahead and put together some form of racing, just kind of impromptu on a weekend, even at your local club. You got people that show up and they want to race. As the sport grows and we start to get more time allotted solely for the wings, then yes, we'll actually run.
Hey. All right, just want to make sure everyone's awake. You awake?
Am I putting you to sleep? I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure everyone's fucking awake. I should have an alarm in here somewhere. It says, so I can just do this. Or finish him. I don't know. Something. I don't know. Screaming Eagle?
Yeah.
Everybody awake? Or
number of pilots.
All right, go ahead.
Number of pilots is an issue. That's the short answer. Long answer was what I just said as far as the other events and how much time we have.
All right.
Yep.
Now, I think that going in the future, it's all dictated by numbers, whether you can have two classes like that. And I do see the frustration that people have of when they go to races, because then they're competing against guys who've raced many times, right? Are you okay, Ryan? Your headphones are not a chin strap or mouth guard. He's over here looking like like I took him out of the hospital for a day. Gonna take him back tomorrow.
No, I took your ass out of the hospital. I broke your ass out of the hospital.
Oh, you did take me out of the hospital. That's right. You did take me out. I was like, come get me, man. I got to get the fuck out of Dodge. Splitting into two classes, I think, is going to be a thing for down the road when you have more numbers to dictate that level. I don't think it's there yet. And it's bad for the pilots that, it's hard for them because they compete against guys who've been doing this for a while. And so, unfortunately, it is what it is right now. I don't really see a solution.
Be active in your local chapter.
Yeah.
If you don't have a local chapter, get one and get active in it. Yeah,
make a WRA chapter and get it growing. I mean, it's just you got a lot of grassroots is what needs to be had, and it's going to take a lot of people just picking up the torch and going with it. If they really like it, that's what's going to have to happen to make it grow. You can't just rely on one. You can't just rely on the core.
When we started in Houston, that's what we did. We started a chapter and just
look at where you're now. Look where you're at now. Look where you guys went. Yep. Look, it's a prime example of what you can do and get it done. Making this part and be part of the association, help it grow, help wing racing grow. and you did that. You actually did that.
Yep.
You've created that
Yep.
little nucleus, and now it's growing into more. You have something
Yeah, I
to say?
think three of us will be in Atlantic City this weekend.
I see. I like that. What things can they do, Goose, in order to help out? I mean, what kind of things do you need the everyday person to do to help the association?
Set up.
Yeah, we're going to need right now, it sounds like we're going to have to break down at the end of the day and set up in the mornings. So going into this weekend, so everyone knows. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and preface this and get everyone all set, so where everyone's all honky dory and happy, and probably not going to be, but you will have to help out, which is where is it? Anyways, we'll move on. The bottom line is this, kids: you're going to have to make sure you help out this weekend because. You guys cannot. You're gonna have to set up in the morning, and you're gonna have to tear down at night. We can't leave all the gear outside, correct?
Yeah.
So it means everybody's. It's gonna, and that's a feat. If you've ever helped take down one of these gates, it's a pain in the ass. As far as it's big, it's very big. So everyone's gonna have to help out. Yes, me included, and to much people's delight, I'm sure. I wouldn't doubt it at all. But we're all gonna have to go out and contribute and lend some helping hands to make this event go well. What specifics do you need for us to do? Just kind of corral up to you in the morning?
If we need help. Like right now, I know that Rich has said he's got some people. I just don't know how many he has.
All right, so you do have some help already.
Set up and so it's just a matter of we might have to say, hey, I need 5 guys to come help me out real quick. Okay. It's not like I'm going to need every single pilot out there. It's just one of those where we could run into an issue where his guys are late or incompetent. I don't know.
We got a couple of questions about power, availability of power.
So there'll be a 40 by 20 tent with 8-foot tables. I think 16 tables, I believe, is what the number was, and like 50 or 60 chairs or something. And there's supposed to be power in it.
Okay, so we will have means to get power and charge everything.
Mm-hmm.
And is it going to be sheltered? I didn't know if you caught that or not.
Yeah, it's basically a circus tent. It's 20 by 40.
Woo, that was a little loud.
Ooh, that's loud.
Sorry, guys.
Go
ahead.
So yeah, it's a 20 by 40, I believe is what the size was. So we'll be looking at a pretty good area for everybody. And then there's another tent. I forget the size. I think it was 15 by 15 maybe. Or 15 by 10. Okay. It'll be for the actual pilot seat for where you're going to sit to fly from.
Okay. So there will be a pilot area. Everything's kind of chopped off like normal, sectioned off, if you will, and there'll be ample room and enough outlets and enough everything for everybody to charge and get a charger going, right? Or link up, saddle up with somebody, and get an extension and whatever, and link up. Correct?
Yes.
Will the tent have walls?
Let me preface this.
Go ahead.
We've done some races where guys have showed up and only had 2 batteries.
Just
telling you that's not really a good idea.
No, I agree with you 100%.
If you got more than 1 battery, you better bring it.
I agree. And I lost my breaking news thing, so that really pisses me off. I don't know what happened to it. It really sucks, and I'm going to have to pick one of yours.
Of course the tents are going to have slot machines. You're freaking Atlantic City, man.
What? So
you can't get 20 feet off there at the airport without a slot machine.
They want to know they're going to be walls on the tents. You got that one?
I'm going to go with...
He's so bump-bounded, man. He was like, what? you can take that one up with your boy Vanguard, Sean. He's the one they asked that one.
He's fired.
He's fired.
That was quick.
That was
if they are going to be...
He's apparently on the shit list to begin with, so he's getting fired.
If there are going to be strippers there, it won't be advertised. It'll be
it's strippers. Panda wants to know if they're going to be strippers. Sponsored by WRA.
Of course, they're going to be on...
I mean, is he paying for it?
I heard there will be AC.
Yes,
alternating
I believe they said there will also be AC to cool everything off.
So they really will. All right, cool. I didn't realize they're going to have that.
If I remember correctly, based on the conversation, I know it came up, and I'm pretty sure they said, "Yeah, we'll have that figured out."
And Anthony wants slot machines.
Right? So how many John boats?
I can't work out the slot machines for you. I'm sorry.
So how many John boats will be out there in the ocean for the
retrieval, wing retrieval?
I believe it's 2 jet skis.
What did you call Broseph?
I want that job. Damn.
What did you call the
IDRLC Regatta.
The IDRLC Regatta.
Yeah. But I think it's 2 jet skis, if memory serves. I know they were also going to try and get the Coast Guard to work on it because Coast Guard had to do something.
Okay, wow. So you got a little...
I saw it on the video of the beach today, and if the wind is predominantly in that direction, they should wash up in no time.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah,
a mile and a half down the beach.
Yeah, exactly down the beach. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Marty?
I'd like to know about aerial photography guys. I mean, 107s. I mean, what kind of restrictions will we have? Are we allowed to videotape this or what?
We're going to allow. Okay, so that'll come down to. I'll need to know what. So we can work that out, but I have to know what aircraft you're using. So, like, if you're using an Inspire or a Mavic, you're probably going to be okay. You shouldn't be bothering anyone's control or their video feed. Right. As long as you're running the 2.4 channels on those. Right. If you're using something else, we'll have to discuss it offline.
No.
Okay. Did I answer your question, Marty?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never know with Marty whether he's pleased with your performance or not. It's kind of.
So yeah. I know what he wants, and I'm not going to tell him yes for sure.
Nah, I'm not going to roll in behind some damn body and try to race them and all. I'm just.
Yeah, no, I mean, basically it'll be, the biggest restriction will be if the races are happening, you're going to have to be up and out of the airspace. And by up and out of the airspace, I mean, the Immelman is going to be your highest maneuver. Just stay away from that particular maneuver unless you're 100 feet in the air.
He'll be about damn 1,500 feet up there.
Who the fuck are you talking to? I am not one of those pilots.
Or 3 feet.
I'll be 3 foot off there. I'll be the one catching the surf if bad luck hits me. So speaking of, we're going to get a track here in a minute.
And it was my aircraft. I would wait and see how high everyone's ballooning out of the turns before I flew over top. That's what I would say. Right. But yeah, definitely you would have to be up and out of the way. You can't be in the track while they're running.
No, I don't want your damn wing to hit my damn.
I'm not gonna hit your wing. We almost did that once.
No, you're not hitting my money maker.
No, I'm not trying to hit your money maker either.
I ain't gonna be close to no wing.
I did it once with a sticker. You got to catch the video. Sorry, it's a little history there. Let me see. Trying to read some questions here. They have the Chattacathy group is going. You might be able to see it as faster than I am. I know Broseph can't see it. If you got to pay for strippers, I'm going to be on a tight budget. That's what Panda says.
I don't care if they're $1. That's fine.
Let's see. Making all the reports to the FAA. What do you got?
Is there an Immelman?
Okay, so we're gonna get on the track. Let's go ahead into the next the elephant in the room question.
Let me answer one question out of chat real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw it. Live stream. Yes. IDRLC is going to live stream. They got a bunch of gear that they're bringing in.
There it is.
They're trying to get set up and live stream. I am also going to attempt to live stream from the event. It's kind of hard for me to live stream and officiate at the same time. So I will attempt it, and it'll be on twitch.tv.
You'll publish the links
on Facebook.
You'll get the links all sent to us, right? That way we can share them out on social media and help on that end, because that's what's going to be needed. We're going to have to all kind of chip in on that one and blast it out and then get some exposure out there. So I think it's still where we're at. It's still that grassroots kind of mentality is still there. But this is the chance, like I said before, it's your Cinderella moment right here, I believe. This really is. This is the right stage, the right place to really draw some crowd, and create some buzz, and that's what's needed. Yeah. So we're talking about the race. Let's start asking the next questions. Oh yeah, hold on. I don't have it anymore. I lost the damn thing. It's fucking gone. This just in here, drone hangar. Track layout. Why are there no clear markings of movement, direction? Now I only put this in there, and we already talked about it. And so I'm going to clue everybody in, and we're going to transition over to here. Ready? Everyone's waiting for this one. Where is it? Yep, here it comes. It's the track. All right, so I've done the liberty of deciphering this Indiana Jones map to the arc of the wing race and determined that there's only one way to go into an Immelman, so that kind of gives you away where you're fucking flying. And the Immelman to me is on these courses or on the bottom part, the little dingle-dangle that's hanging, like your gag reflex or your 60-year-old balls. So if you were to determine that would be your Immelman, then that would dictate the course of the track, and we're looking at the one where it does not crisscross on the left, it crisscrosses on the right, the 270. So we're determining that's going in a counterclockwise direction.
Who's that?
Survey says.
So.
Yeah. Oh wait, he can't answer that.
Where's the Google Earth KML file?
Oh, we don't have that one yet. We do not have that one yet.
There's no overlay.
No, that was me and my.
Oh, that's yours. Oh, yeah.
That's
It is a drone hangar. Damn. We're on a
Stay with this, man. So this is what we determined as so far the track. You can't really. You're not at liberty to say yes or no. Correct?
That is right.
All right.
That is an agreement that was made above me.
All right. So, and knowing the track knowledge, Bruce, if you have any questions you want to ask him, because I got a lot, and I want you to go chime in too. I want to make sure people know you're still alive and you're not just rigor mortis isn't setting in. You're just dying. Exactly. Guys, I'm waiting for fucking crickets too. It's about ready to happen. Do you have a question for him, real quick, while I get my other one ready?
No, go ahead. You can.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear about it. So.
All right. So why are the tracks not laid out? So let's go with that. Why aren't you laying out track directions, and we're having to decipher it like Indiana Jones? We want to know.
Okay. So I'm going to lay something out right now.
Go ahead.
We will never, ever put a track out that you have never seen a maneuver.
Okay.
Ever.
So that's going to lead into, are we doing
No mystery move.
Are we
No
doing
mystery
split
move.
S
This
and
track
corkscrews?
is Straightforward. No split S. You can kiss that split S rumor goodbye. That is dead right now. The split S is not happening on a track that gets put out a week prior to the race.
Finally, there's some common sense. Sir, you really do need to run for president. You have my vote. I'm dying wavering support. I am with you all the way to the end. So good. No more split S. No Willy Wonka chicanery.
No.
Last second, we're going to throw down these kind of wild-ass maneuvers. It's going to be your typical
The tracks are based on the wind direction.
Okay.
That's why it's kind of a guess which way. I guess there was the compromise that I made because I wanted this track out a long time ago. But the compromise I made Friday was that let's at least get this thing out Saturday night or Sunday morning,
right?
So the guys can see it. If you don't want people knowing the track, then we'll take off the airlines and go that way.
All right, so we are glad that you, say fought the cause or stood up or whatever you want to call it.
I didn't fight real hard, let's be honest. If I'd have fought really hard, this would have been released, 2 weeks ago. But, just some decisions are made and they're made.
Right. But going forward in the future, I hope that the status quo or the tradition of letting these out earlier in the 3D imaging that Widden would put out and all that still happens, because those are great. That's what is the flavor of WRA. What makes it great? You give us that information and it allows everyone to practice it when they can and show up and put forth their best effort. I really think that's what it does. Whether it helps individual pilots that much more, they go out and do that much more to practice, is not a bad thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't get punished. Here's the thing, and we talked about this morning. Kind of where I stand, but
yep.
I don't believe in punishing pilots for having too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Well, I'm so
happy
that we
pilots that don't have any time on their hands. But I mean, if we get it out there enough time, then you can go on weekends and fly.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find time to fly. And Bros, if you're a prime example, right? You get up extra early in the morning. Some people get extra early to go run. You go up extra early and do what?
I go out and fly.
That's
I
right.
leave the house at 6:30 in the morning. I don't have to be at work till 8, but I get out and get my ass out there and kill it, And
yeah, even if it's 30 minutes to an hour.
Try to improve myself every day,
Yeah, that's what you got to
Especially
do.
when I know I want to compete in races and I'm going to travel hundreds of miles to do it.
Right.
I want to do my best.
Correct. You want to show up, put up your best game, the best game that you possibly can, and then it may or may not be the winner that day. But you're at least going to put forth your best effort. So talking about the track.
I do want to say one thing for the logic behind what they did. And I kind of,
go ahead.
Having sat in the meetings, I kind of understand what the logic in their heads was, even though I don't agree with it. Basically, the logic is that there are no maneuvers on this track that no one has ever seen. Right. Everything has been done before. Yeah,
it does. Well, what we've seen so far is yes.
Track. It's not hard to run. So everyone should be able to come out and run 2 or 3 packs and have it down. The problem was the amount of time we had between starting and having to stop. So we were going to have to be basically looking at people running 3 or 4 batteries only. So by the time they got comfortable on the track, it was too late.
Okay. Makes sense to an extent.
That was the logic, as you know, and I know where everyone stands. Believe me, I've seen all the chat. I know.
Right.
And, you know.
So I've posted up both tracks now. I've kind of gone back and forth. It's not the best, but this is the interpretation that I've grasped on. You can only enter an element in one direction. So if you go on that logic, the track then Indiana Jones, you know, there you go. You've got the medallion to show you the course. I mean,
and the other thing is, our tracks will never start coming out of the 270.
Yeah,
you might start going into a 270.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock. But you're not gonna start coming out of a 270 ever.
All right, so I got to make sure that I have deciphered it properly. So we'll get back to you on that one then, because I have the start finish. You're going in start finish, and then you're going into a 270. So that's probably incorrect. Okay. Be the other way then. Okay. But still, the emblem doesn't work right. Well, either way, we're going to figure it out. It's not rocket science, but apparently it was for me.
No, you're not. Hey, you're probably right.
Probably right of where I'm at. I'm probably right. So we'll probably go with that, because then the other way doesn't work. I mean, so all right. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to stick with my original assessment and my Indiana Jones and figuring out what the track looks like. And this is what the track's going to be. And these are the two options that are going to be thrown down. And it isn't. I noticed it's very long and very narrow. And tell me the reason. You told me earlier. Tell all the viewers, why is it that way?
Okay, so this comes into the logistics of what we can as an event organizer, what we can and can't do. So tides are predictable, right? Right. We know this. However, what I don't know is between high tide and low tide, where is the watermark? Right. Okay. What is my high tide watermark, and how much of that recedes on a daily basis? So if I've only got 60 feet at high tide, and high tide's at 6:30 a.m., that means we're not going to see low tide until what? 12:30?
Right.
So if I go from 60 feet, that is going to progressively go out every hour.
60 feet from what? Where's the start and end measurements? Just so everyone.
Correct. So I can't put anything outside of 60 feet.
Right. Starting from where? The boardwalk?
From the, I believe it's from the dunes.
So from the dunes, you only have 60 feet.
I've only got 60 feet at the narrowest point. Now, there's a couple spots where it gets wider, but for the most part, it's about 60 feet.
So from left to right, from pylon to pylon, we're talking about a 60-foot width. Is that right? Is that the right measurement, Marty? Going up from here up?
Right, if you basically wanted to go from the bottom of the track up, yes.
Okay, so but from left to right, we're looking at about 60 feet. So it's very, very narrow. I mean, that's very narrow.
It's a very narrow track. It's very narrow. That's why you see what you see.
That makes sense.
That's the ground space we had.
Okay.
Now there's a possibility we can move up further. I know Blitz had a video up and some pictures up earlier.
Correct.
And he was showing, but what he was showing was way down the beach. We are not running that far down.
So it's changed?
The city tells us.
Okay.
Because the city's already changed us twice.
Okay, so the picture that we did in the commercial, I guess it's not as accurate as what it is currently then. It's changed?
I'd have to see the picture again.
Yeah, well, it's in the commercial. So we're only 60 feet wide, and we're what? How long then?
900 feet.
How big is that, Marty?
I don't know. I'm reading this one right here.
Here, read it. Fire away, man. Sorry, man.
So
that's why it's Marty.
Use 900 foot long. Let's make that clear. But we have 900 foot of beach, east to west. I think it's east to west that beach runs. So we have 900 foot east to west and 60 foot north south.
All right. So what are you going to say, Marty? Read the question, or what you're going to say? You got everyone's attention now, man. You got 20-some viewers.
When will we see tracks with maneuvers that we've never seen before?
When will we see tracks with maneuvers that we have not seen? Yep.
When I can post them a month or more out.
So, and the reason being why?
Because I don't want people showing up a week before and saying, "Oh, I don't have a track. I've never seen that maneuver." So basically, what I don't want to have happen is I don't want people showing up to a race and, "Oh, by the way, here's a inverted flat spin gravity gate." You know what I mean? That no one has practiced, no one has ever attempted. You know what I mean?
I love
tight.
it. It's fucking great. It's absolutely true. But I mean, the logic's there. Like we've been, like
The logic is there. The logic is basically you won't see a track that has a maneuver you've never had to make.
Yep.
It just doesn't make sense. We'll put tracks out there that'll have those maneuvers, but you're going to have plenty of notice that maneuver's there so that you can practice it.
Yeah, I think the only time that we threw one in was the corkscrew at the 17 International. I think is that the one that one?
Yeah, I think so.
That was what corkscrew had.
And I know Rich had last year they had a split S, but I know some of those pilots liked it, but we're not going to put a split S on in this, especially with what the amount of room we have.
Right.
But
yeah.
You're
limited on
put
space.
a split S out there and then say, oh, by the way, 3 days before the event, here's a split S. Because
Right.
you're going to have people that don't even know what a split S is.
Right. Never done it before. Never practiced before.
Never done it. Never seen it. So they don't know what to do.
Marty, what's going over in Cathy land? Because it's dialing there. It's dialing and dialing.
I think it's cool as crap, man. I mean, people are loving this idea. I mean, you guys are really technical about all this stuff, and I know it's a lot of work, and a lot of people to approve different things and all, but it's, from the outside looking in, it's pretty freaking cool. Y'all gonna be flying wings over the beach during a competition.
So he's looking at it from a spectator standpoint.
Yeah.
You're getting firsthand. Because Marty hasn't been to any of the races.
My first woman, I'm gonna be a virgin at this one.
we know what we do to those virgin brand new watchers. You know. Anyways,
I'm gonna wear my chastity belt.
love it. What's
I don't know if it already
Veganot
exists.
saying vegan not.
Jason said I don't know if it already exists, but there should definitely be a list of authorized maneuvers for the FPVWRA, a VRA.
Where the hell is it called? They are listed. The maneuvers are listed on FPVWRA. As far as them executing them, putting them into tracks, they all haven't been used yet. I've seen one corkscrew. I haven't seen a split S yet in the one race and the races that you've ran that I've attended. So all the races have been great. I'm glad to hear that the track that we got some more of an explanation of. It's narrow. We don't have a lot. We're not going over the water. So what about the water feature? Is that a no-go?
Okay. So if you look at that bottom gate, right, that bottom gate may or may not be on a jetty.
Okay. So may or may not be on the jetty, and that deciphers so you'd be going up the rocks, down the rocks.
Yeah.
Now, did you happen to see Blitz?
Where you might be out over the water if that's where the gate is.
All right.
Even though I can't really say that it's where it is.
Is that Alex right there?
This just in. That phallic symbol, also known as 60-year-old balls, could also be the jetty.
Yes, that's Alex.
Where?
Is that Alex right there?
Yeah. Oh, Alex is in here.
Alex.
What's up, Alex? Anthony, you missed 2 events. Ready Made RC in 2018, which had a split S and a freestyle side-by-side. Yeah, the freestyle side-by-side was a cool feature. You could do a corkscrew into it, or it was kind of more of a freestyle. We all kind of did our own thing, and mine was wacky weird. And, you know, the guy who eventually won it, he had his own way of doing it, and I think he was running a theory. But it's going to be cool to see. Alex has got a lot of maneuvers and ideas, and Marc Ashton here kind of makes sure it gets all implemented in the proper time frame, I guess. Is that the right way to say it? When it's needed, when it allows. And this course right now doesn't allow for this venue for craziness, like Marty with the head place.
I mean, Alex designs the tracks, and when he sits down to design the track, he basically has to take everything into account. So he takes the Google satellite view, and he says, "This is what I have."
Yep.
He tries to measure it out as best you can, but you know how that is. It's not as accurate as you might think it is.
Correct.
And he says, "Hey, I got 900 feet long, 60 foot wide. Well, what the hell can I do?" Okay, here you go. Now, obviously, we would like this to be a 3D rendering, right? Not an AutoCAD rendering. And typically what happens is, just to kind of give everybody a background on how that works, is we'll do a 2D. Alex will do a 2D on AutoCAD.
Right.
And then he'll pass this off to David Whidden.
Right.
Or he'll pass it off to, we've used Tom before from any FPV. He's done one. And Jeremiah's got a guy that he lets do them, so we'll send him to Jeremiah and say, "Hey, can you get your guy to do this for us?" And
that's how we get the 3D images and movies of the tracks, which is how we've been getting those.
Right. They start in 2D, and this is what a lot of people kind of get irritated with. But Alex sees things in 4D, right? So he draws it out in 2D, but he's already seen.
Yeah, right.
He's already flown it in his head. It's a flyable course.
Yeah, of course.
Let's be real. I mean, he tends to, crash. I see you out there, Alex.
Wait, I want to have a burn one. I know I have a burn.
He's already flown it in his head, right? So he knows what can and can't be made, and
yeah,
he's not gonna put stuff out there that you guys aren't gonna be able to do.
Yeah, correct.
He's got the same mentality that I do with it. It's about having fun first and foremost. So and if you can make money doing it, then you make money doing it.
So let's talk about the track with the possible Immelman being over on the jetty. And did you see Anthony's and Blitz's videos from today when he was out with his family? And the crashing of the waves were splashing at least 10 foot in the air. I mean, they were pretty big.
And this is where why another part of the logic of, hey, we don't want to put this track out here yet. We don't know what those conditions are going to actually be, and we might have to push to another location on the beach. Right. And we might have to set something up on the fly.
All right, so those are all wild probabilities. But being that it's the case...
Well, looking at how high the waves are breaking, you're kind of stuck with, we might not be able to use those jetties.
Sorry, I was a little late on the fly reference. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're still warming up season 2, episode 1. We're here with Marc Ashton from the FPVWRA. He's the director of operations pretty much at all. With we also got Ryan O'Connor is another member and takes care of a lot with WRA, and of course Alex, who is the one who brainchild this whole thing, and that's IB Crazy. Yeah. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, about your logistics. And go ahead, Marty. What do you got?
So we got a good question.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to make a question out of it instead of a statement. But
all right, go ahead.
Who was the guy that thought of this whole idea of being at the beach with wings? Where did it originate? Its genesis.
All right, so where was his conception of this being on the beach? That has to be answered by Dick Rod, actually, by Richard Rodriguez.
Yeah, this was an IDRLC thing where they approached us and said, hey, we want to do a race at Atlantic City.
Right.
On the beach, and we're like, hell yeah, sounds awesome.
Baby, hell yeah.
So Alex is also in the chat group. If you are here and watching the Chatty Cather group, Alex's video aerial system, so he's giving some awesome, well-needed some information about the track and effectively, well, he says effectively, that's what made me say that, but a possibility of changes and why they're going to be instituted. And this is a wild card. This is truly a location that's not normal. Hasn't been done before, and you guys are tackling a new thing along with trying to show off a awesome sport, which is wing racing. So we are going to kind of all have to, those that show up, help out the best we can to make it be successful as possible. Because whether you win the money or win some money or not win, the end goal has got to be the sport itself as a whole. Like, we still got to carry that torch forward and get it to this next stage of development. It's not there yet, right? Am I speaking like I'm preaching?
That's cool.
That's the truth.
That's sugar-coated.
Well, I mean, that's the truth.
But show me the money,
well,
baby.
I mean, yeah, of course I want to see the money, but I never, ever go walking in thinking I'm winning shit. You know that. I never do.
Bullshit.
Name me one time I walked in there and said I'm going to win this thing. Never. No. So we talked about the track. We talked about no split S's, no corkscrews. Everything we see is we've done before at a race. So that's 270s and Emmelmans. You've talked about where it might be, may or may not be, where the Emmelman be located, and the changes that will have to happen based on weather and everything else, and the possibility we might have to relocate altogether. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay.
So the waves crashing and seeing all the water and everything when we were watching it today on Anthony's feeds videos, what has that made you decide to do with the Emmelman on that jetty? Is that going to be
it's going to have to depend on what the conditions are actually on the beach on Saturday. It just is, it's just what's got to be.
Go ahead and read it, Anthony.
That's the day-to-day monster right there. You got to, just take it out day by day.
All right, so Marty's got...
When I started flying, I lived down in North Carolina, right? So not too far from you, down in Wilmington, right?
Yep.
So I go down to Carolina and Wrightsville beaches all the time and fly. Uh-huh. The thing is from day to day, that wind is going different directions.
Right.
Right. Hell, in the afternoon, the wind might be 180 degrees from where it was coming before.
It rolls. Sometimes it even rolls. Like, you'll hit wind where it's just rolling rather than just straight wind.
Right. You don't get straight line winds. You get a bunch of curved or downforce sometimes. You get a lot of stuff coming up off the top, off of the water. When it hits the beach, it comes up instead of just staying straight line. So there's just a lot of things you got to take into consideration that we really can't until you're on site.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's why there's 2 tracks. It gives us the ability to change the track direction.
So
based on what we see. And when we get there next week, the conditions could be perfect.
Right, yeah, it's true.
You could have like the best conditions out there. The water could be glass, and we can put gates out there, on every jetty. You know what I mean? So
right, and then the next day could be next day could be just totally shit. Next day could be totally shitty and be done.
Exactly.
And so let's talk about logistics real quick, because we were talking about that. Give me a lowdown of what WRA, the people in it, who's doing what. So people get an idea of what's going on in the background. So they have a little more information before they start keyboarding things. Give us a little lowdown of who does what in the organization of WRA.
Okay, so basically from top down, you got Alex. I'd be crazy. It's basically his baby. It's his organization. He started with a couple other guys, and they kind of bow out, and they wanted to go do something else, so that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Or they got sick of the racing and the drama and whatnot. But basically, Alex runs things. He's the brainchild. He comes up with some off the wall ideas and says, "Hey, I want to try this," so we try and make it happen. And he basically finances the WRA right now. We have sponsors on the gates, but the WRA is, we pretty much fund everything from his pocket. Right. So when we go to events, if it's an event where, we said, hey, we'll just come out and do it. There's events where we go out and we're not getting anything. We don't even get reimbursed for the gasoline to drive to them. Right. And
that's pretty pathetic.
Well, we're trying to start, so we're not trying to rake people over the coals and take a lot of money from people that are, already struggling to get these events going.
No, I got you.
So that's what he kind of does. He designs the tracks. He comes up with the rules. He came up with most of the classes. With the guys before him, that came along before me and Ryan. And then you kind of got, like, what I do. My job is basically I'm director of operations, so I handle day-to-day stuff, emails. I deal with clubs. Whenever somebody wants to try and join a club, they can send me an email, mark@videoaerialsystems.com.
So
Mark at FPVWRA.net. Sorry.
Say it again. So to get in contact with you, your email for them to reach out to you to start a chapter and get things rolling is what? Fire away.
Mark at FPVWRA.net.
And that's with Mark with a C.
Yes, M-A-R-C.
So the proper way is with a K.
No, you're wrong.
So that's how you get a hold of Mr. Ashton. To make sure you get it. And so what does Ryan do? So you got Ryan, you got Alex at the top, then you got you, and then you actually have Ryan O'Connor.
Right. Well, I do a lot of I do a lot more stuff that's kind of in there. So, like, I handle all the operations, day-to-day stuff. I also run the web store. Okay. I update the website as much as I can. That kind of thing.
That's a lot of
work. Ryan will help me most of the time with. He'll help with the website when I need it. If it's something that because I'm not a coder. I can't code shit.
Right.
But that's kind of like his thing. That's his bag. So he kind of helps out there.
Okay.
Tom McCullough actually designed the whole website for us, and occasionally he'll hop in and help me out with anything I have any questions on. Then Ryan, basically what Ryan handles is if there's any questions with how to inspect something, or he'll come up and help with officiating. He'll help run. He's actually an AMA certified race director. He's got his little card and everything, and he'll happily show it to you and stick it in your face. And nobody, Ryan O'Connor, hey, look, I'm an AMA race director. But that's kind of what he does. He handles some other things in the background that kind of Alex and I don't, because he's got some contacts with legal types that we don't have.
Okay, so Ryan's got some contacts and some help for all the legalities in the background.
Right.
And then when the races are going on, it's you and him always. Like, that's what I've always seen.
Well, it depends on if he can get there or not.
Yeah, international was 1 year, no, right? Or
yeah,
2 years,
typically he'll handle down in Florida. If we go down to an event down in Florida, he'll be there for sure. It's 100% guaranteed.
Right. Yeah.
So this year, like, he's got to pick how many he can go because he's got to travel. And remember, we're not being paid most of the time for our many times really for our travel. So he's got to travel. So last year he came up to Commonwealth Games and helped me with Commonwealth Games. He helped me down in CFL for the CFL FPV event. But the rest of them is pretty much me. and Alex, or me or Alex, that kind of thing. So just traveling all over the place trying to make sure these things happen.
So Vanguard, does Vanguard actually do anything for you?
So Vanguard, yeah, got fired.
No,
Vanguard,
well, because he says he's the official crash tester. I don't even think he's that. No,
he's our official crash tester. So when Alex comes up with some cockamamie idea, like, hey, let's see if we can fly through a tractor trailer.
Right.
And that's on Vanguard to prove it can be done.
Right. I follow you. That's the way to do it.
So
he really is the crash tester of the WRA. We'll give him some props then. Let's see. Did they have any questions in there that you read?
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead. Fire away.
I'm not trying to sound like a Debbie Dowder and all that, and I think it's great.
No, you're being real, though. He's bringing the real, kids.
I'm being real, baby, like right now. I'm going to sock it to you on this one.
Oh, yes.
I think it's great everybody's got an opportunity to make this money.
Right.
It's about time. And I really appreciate this organization,
IDRLC,
coming out with this thing. Because it's been a long time coming, man. We've been waiting a long time.
Been a long time. For some damn money.
For some wing money, baby.
Yeah, it's a long time for some money to be thrown down. Then for wings, yes.
But technically, legally, Mark's 107, I'm 107. There's money involved. Is this a 101 event or is this a 107 event?
It's true. That's a Dick Rock question.
I mean, after if y'all already got all this covered, great. Let's hear about that. If not, let's not find out after the fact.
He's talking about the legalities of payouts.
I got it. So basically, what we can do is we can fall under I can't remember with AMA's CBO stuff.
Right,
we're able to you can actually get prizes and money that way based on AMA events in the past.
Damn, this is a huge prize.
The FAA's never had a problem with what the AMA did. So that's why you're going to have to present your AMA license or your AMA number, and it has to be current when you show up.
Wait.
Has there ever been an AMA?
So we have to have AMA?
You have to have AMA, yes. He's going to check your AMA.
Oh, I don't have my AMA. I got to get my AMA then. I don't have it.
Yeah,
it expired.
Sure on the website. That
Shelby's not coming.
Yeah, well, I guess I got to get that done. Lord, what? So we have to have AMA? Yeah. So then I got to get my fucking discount.
So, I mean, are there any AMA sanctioned events with
I felt a large disturbance in the force. I heard people just screeching right.
Yeah, I gotta go get my AMA, man.
Phones, that website's hot right now.
So here's what confuses me. All right, so here's what confuses me. If you have the option, and this is, I guess, is a Dick Rock question. Why is there an option to buy in without a AMA or with an AMA? Yeah. Why even have that? Just you make that a requirement.
Unless he's going to apply the 107 stuff to it.
Yeah.
I have a Part 107. I don't need a fucking AMA.
That's right.
I don't need an AMA.
Yeah, you paid $150 instead of $75.
Hey, I paid $110 to go to this thing on the notion that I didn't have to do an AMA. I didn't want an AMA. No, so that needs to be clarified.
You paid $100
with Rich, but my understanding. Let me put it this way.
I mean, I got a Part 107
right now. Federal supersedes CBO.
AMA number for a discount.
Yeah, so Marty's got a good point. Federal supersedes
CBO.
Yeah, so
understood. Completely understood.
So my Part 107 should clear me.
That's a Richard question. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? That's on him. I know that people were saying they were having to put in their AMA numbers.
Yeah, the higher price should include the AMA.
I didn't have to register, so I don't know what the AMA number was for. I'm assuming that was what he was trying to go with for your legality.
One more question about the AMA.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a bunch of BS. I'll be honest with you. Like if you are offering a non-AMA membership, because it doesn't clarify anything of like if you buy it at this price, then you get an AMA membership. And someone is talking about the chat room. It doesn't make any damn sense.
An AMA sanctioned event, from what I understand, is a Part 101,
right?
Operation or whatever event. Which is a recreational event.
Okay.
Instead of FAA Part 107, which is commercial.
So then you'd have to have that.
Commercial operation.
Okay, so then it wouldn't fall in.
Yeah, I mean, there's two. There's 101
Well, here's what I know. I do know that AMA pays out. They have events where they pay out, and they don't require.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is this the biggest AMA payout event, or what are the past
not
events?
Even close.
All right, so if I paid full, it includes my AMA membership. I don't even know where it is.
Put out really big money paying events then.
I don't think it's necessarily the AMA so much as it's a group that
the group that's under
requires the
section.
AMA
Right, gotcha.
membership.
Yeah.
All right, so the
I know that some of the heli events have made some pretty good money.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
They're AMA sanctioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're AMA sanctioned, and they've made good money.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so it says the full price that I did pay includes an AMA membership, but I didn't go through the process of an AMA membership. I paid for everything, and so I don't know.
If you're
took my
registered,
money.
you didn't have to put an AMA number in to register. Then I would assume you're fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, I paid full.
I mean, as far
Put
as
your
as
FAA
far as
registration
Rich is
on your wing. And
I'm just gonna put my damn drone license on it and be like, "Look, motherfuckers!" I'm like, seriously, I already went through this bullshit. Part 107 trumps any AMA crap. God damn it! But anyways, whatever. We'll have to check with Richard, and that's on my end.
Okay.
But that's a
I'm
logistical.
sure
That's not a
he's
you
more
thing.
than
It's not a WRA
covered
thing.
his ass on that because
Yeah.
I mean that all we are is just making sure the officiating's done.
Yeah, that's
And
not
providing
a
the
you
track.
thing. That's not a you thing at all. So now we got the logistics of what you three do and what your roles are at WRA. So we said talk about. I want to make sure I had it all. We were talking about the prep work. So setting up, tearing down. You're gonna need help with the gates. You're gonna need help with the possibly with the jennies and everything. And now you said you might have some extra hands on deck to help you. You might not need as many as we were talking this morning. Is that kind of true? Because at one point I was thinking we were all going to need to help out. So
That
I guess
might
that's
just
not
be
really
one
the
of
case.
those where I say, "Hey guys, we need to get this out of here real quick. Can you guys help?" That's kind of where I'm at.
All right, so folks, we've been sitting here with Mr. Marc Ashton, FPV Goose, talking all the things about the upcoming race this weekend in Atlantic City, New Jersey. 15th and 16th is where we're going to be racing, throwing down for $16,000 in cash prizes. Broke up in the top 10. They all get money when they leave. So, and we found out today that basically what the track's kind of be, what it's going to be. You just kind of have to decipher it a little bit, and I think we've done that. Times have changed. We got more time to run the track, so that's new news. The X class is out. That opens it up for us. What do you think about that, Broseph?
I think that's incredible. I think that's awesome.
What do you think about the news that you heard from Mark? Anything? You get some feedback, bro? You've been standing there, just looking like you're dying.
I have a question for Mark.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Hey, do you ever see another class of wings getting in the air with the FPVW? Like what they're doing with the drones with an X class? Do you ever see an XL class?
We have an unlimited class.
Correct.
Oh, again, we don't run it every time we do it.
Right. Again, here's the problem with unlimited. You need a much larger area because you're talking.
Oh yeah, much bigger.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I could look at it real quick. Unlimited basically has no. It's run what you brung, right? So you're talking about a 72-inch wing with no powers. Yeah. Well, no, there's no max cell count. So you could
be Hugo bring a 12S.
Have someone show up with a 12S aircraft, and now you're talking about 150 mile an hour airplane or faster. You don't want that sitting in, especially on this beach. Like that kind of track would be.
No.
Needs to be held on a NASCAR track, man.
Most of the places don't have the room.
Need a call for that thing.
Yeah.
You need a NASCAR track. I'm telling you, open class.
Since it came up, can you expound on the reasons why the X class guys aren't coming?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why aren't they coming? Or do you know?
Look, here's what I know. This is what I know, and as far as what I'm probably overstepping a little bit. But my understanding was they hadn't effectively had until Friday, and they just never got in contact to finalize stuff. So Rich was like, too bad.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. The wing pilot wise, it's much better for us. It's much better for us. It really is.
That's exactly what I said. I said that's absolutely perfect for the wing guys. They're going to be happy to hear that. Oh, yeah, man. And also, I didn't touch this. Everyone, now there's a threshold. I think they're going to go with like 60 pilots, 50 or 60. But if we don't hit 50 or 60 pilots, there's not going to be anyone that goes home Saturday unless they're going home on their own will.
So that was the other thing that most likely we're not. Everybody's staying. You're going to be there Saturday night as well. So if you're coming, we're probably not going to hit the 50 mark. So that means you roll over into Sunday, and it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it now. Now it's a much more pleasant race. It's now much more of a normal race. I feel more comfortable. What about you, Broseph? What do you think, Marty?
I think it's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question about lodging. Some of us really don't want to spend $250 to stay in a place. Is there a place? Is there campgrounds?
Yeah, where you staying at, bro?
You know,
You guys picked a place.
I'm
We got guys that-
staying. I'm not staying in Atlantic City. We've got a hotel in is it Pleasantville, I think.
There you go.
I think we were like $105 a night
There
or
you go.
something.
Boom.
Pleasantville.
Son. Pleasantville.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah, just
far are
don't
you?
stay inside Atlantic City, and you won't pay
Yeah.
$400 a night. Because I looked at it, and to not get the Roach Motels there in Atlantic City, you're gonna pay $300-$400 for Friday and Saturday night.
But see, didn't we hear the rumor from Ty that the travel or somebody else was saying that the nightmare logistically getting in and out? Is that the case? You're aware of?
I don't know how difficult it's going to be to get in and out of the event area.
So here's my logic, Broseph. Get Marty, get Flight Mike, you and me, and then maybe Nick Lang or somebody else, and we go and stay in there, split it up, and bam. Now we're within budget. Now we have a place to sleep, and we be all good that way. And we leave when they leave. So that's like we're not going to be late if we're following him.
Right.
We're following
That's
Mark.
all we should say.
We're on time. We don't have to worry about shit. And then we'll help load and load.
Yeah.
But we're guaranteed we're there on time and we're not fucking screwed.
Yeah, we'll help you load up shit.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Mark? What hotel? Send it to me offline, and then that way we can see if we can't book a room and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's your worst
I think so,
nightmare.
Jim.
I keep following you.
It's fine. I love you, man. It's all good.
Smell you. But anyways, I want to make sure I throw out another applause before my phone dies out on me and say thank you, Mark, for coming on here and explaining a lot of the questions that we all had. We covered the track, what's going to be on it, what's not going to be on it, most likely how it's going to roll out, and why it is the way it is, and all that good stuff. There was a lot of information. I liked it, bro. So what did you think, man? Good stuff?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Did you have any other questions that you wanted?
Answered a lot of questions. Yep.
Yeah. Mark, did you have anything for us, man? What do you want to tell us impertinent or impertinent? I can't even say it. Pertinent? No, it's not impertinent. Pertinent information.
Pertinent information.
Pertinent information.
I mean, I think we pretty much touched everything.
Okay.
I mean, I can hang out if there's other questions. You can obviously go on with your other segments, and I can just kind of stay on hold.
Blitz is happy the logo's back. Blitz is happy the logo's back.
I think it's great that you took the time to come on and go over this now. I mean, it's a lot of information.
Yeah, we're hitting the 2-hour mark, so we're going to make sure we're staying on time this season. But this one was going to be a longer one. I anticipated it, doing part of the amount of material we had in the topic. And so now's your chance. If you want to call in. If not, if you have a question, answer or ask it now over there in the Chatty Cather group. Marty will read it, or Goose might catch it before Marty. Depends to see who's a quicker reader. What do you got going on?
Wheezy.
Yeah, where can you bet on races?
No, he's saying any casino where you can bet on the races.
Yeah, anywhere you can bet on races.
They bet on everything.
I know, man. I want to Pete Rose it. That's what me and fucking Rose were talking.
Everybody
I want to Pete Rose it. Go in there, bet on myself.
When you see the van, come find the van.
Hey, Flight Mike and me are taking all the side bets.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. I wouldn't doubt there'd be some money going down.
The bookies.
Let's go to Victory Brewing. All right,
this is huge, man. We're going for the money, baby.
We're going for the money. Yeah, this is it. This is the finally going to happen. It's been a long time, man. Like the last big event was Nationals, where it was a lot of draw, a lot of attention was on that. And that was a big one, but there was not a lot of money.
No, this ain't got no trinkets.
No, this ain't trinkets. This is cash. This is pay my bills kind of money. Yeah. This is like make modifications and finish paying off my chimney kind of money.
Now, hey,
give me a plane ticket to Colorado home money.
Money is guaranteed.
What's that?
That money is 100% guaranteed.
Yeah,
I already told him, it's got to be guaranteed, or we're not gonna play. What was that? DRL? Not DRL. Who was it? DSA.
Yeah, DSA's whole thing. Yeah, that's thank God that's not going to happen. Blitz is betting on himself, he says. I never bet on myself. There you go. I don't like jinxing myself going into all these things.
Flight Mike might bring his big dudes with him.
Is he? Oh, man, it's always great when Flight Mike brings his boys with him, man. God damn it.
Keep an eye on the guy with the purse.
I'm with them. I'm like, you got a problem, I'm with them. These are my guys, too.
Right.
No.
Got with my ass
go to a chimney. Like literally, mine's going to the chimney. I'm fixing my chimney, and I have to pay off the rest of my chimney for Brian. Beehive Brian's actually fixing. He does damn good work, by the way. Beehive Brian, if you ever watched the show, Mark, he's been filling in for Marty, and he's actually at my house fixing my house right now.
I've been waiting 4 freaking years for a damn meal around this place.
So he's like, if I get paid, I get to finally take him to get Chinese food. I've promised him for like 4 years to buy him a meal.
Ching ching China, baby.
Anyways, again, thanks, Mark, for being on the show. I really appreciate it, man. Taking out your time on a Sunday and getting all this information out to all the viewers. We greatly appreciate that. And we absolutely appreciate all that you, Alex, and Ryan do, including Vanguard, what minimal work that he does for you. But we appreciate it, especially the 3 of you guys. Yeah, it's very minute. It's damn near unmeasurable. Nanometer. Anyways, we do appreciate all you guys and what you do. And you make a great organization. You make great races. That's, the roar and the bitching and all that stuff. There's a reason for it, man. And I'm glad you guys kind of hear it or at least paying attention and that we are talking and listening.
Stick with it, because we sure have.
Yeah, stick with it. You're right. We sure motherfucking have. 4 years of racing. Month. 4 years in this place, yes. This place, 4 years in this fucking hut.
We're OGs, baby.
4 years in this hut, we're OGs.
We're all before OGs, man.
All right, so we're going to let you go because we also need to bring in Ty Darbage. So my time with Mr. Ashton is come to an end, and we thank you again, brother. And we'll see you next weekend, okay? And please send me the hotel privately so that we can try to book one, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're going to switch him out. We're going to go over to here. Bros, if you stay in the background, I'm going to hang up on him, and then we're going to try to get in Ty. He's just waving by. He's like, waving by. I should put you on there. We're going to hang up on this. If I hang up on you on accident, Rotor, I'm going to call you right back. We'll call him right back. We're going to get a hold of Mr. FPV Aviator and bring him in, as usual, and say hi to him. And we'll have Broseph in the background. So we're going to take a quick 5, guys, because we do need to take a break. And again, and we'll recap what we talked about one more time, show the tracks one last time, and then we'll probably call it the show. So go ahead and get a refill. It's BYOBB. It's 21 and over, and it's time to get a refill. If you don't fit that similar requirement of age, you need to get the fuck out of Dodge. But we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys, and then we'll be wrapping things up with Ty and Rotor Ranch. See you in a few. Come on now. I hope this isn't going to triple echo replay.
Drone Hangar update. We learned that the 2019 Drone Hangar is accepting sponsors for a limited time. This show might pleasantly surprise you. Electric Dolphins, awesome guests, BYOBB, GYSOThis mic, and a 1-800 number are just some of the options included. Take advantage of this sensational offer and email dronehangarshow@gmail.com to sponsor the show. At the Drone Hangar, we are serious about FPV and your laughter. Get you some.
We're gonna use our real names.
Get a poop. Sanchez, I'm dirty. Hi, my real name's Senor Dirty Sanchez.
No, gangsters. We'll do Atlantic City Gangsters.
Atlantic City Gangsters?
Atlantic City Gangsters.
So what are we gonna get? Street cred?
I don't know.
So what? Fill me, enlighten me. I'm lost. You gotta guide me down your mental path.
I'm thinking you start off saying like, hey Joey, I hear there's some new action on the strip.
Hey Joey, I hear there's some new action on the strip, some new place to make some money. Get a couple bones. Yeah. Wait, what you hear, man?
Mark, I heard there was some way to make a couple extra bones on the strip now, huh? There's some new game that's playing.
So Joey, you telling me I could make us some money just flying some damn wings? Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, man. These things are awesome. We can make some money just ripping around the fucking boardwalk.
So I can get us a canoe and a caniche and I can go fly some fucking wing around the damn beach? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not talking tortellinis. I'm talking the whole cannoli. They got it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? They got it all on the line.
Who the hell is this talking all this nonsense? Who the hell is running the race?
Hey, check it out. He goes by Dick Rod.
Dick Rod.
Take it like a porno star or something. They call him Dick Rod.
Is it from the 70s in a porno? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't give a shit. I'm going to take his fucking money. I don't care.
How much money are they talking, man?
I don't know, but it's Atlantic City. I'm taking it all.
IDRLC. Is that it? That's what I heard on the street.
Yeah, IDRLC. It's like one of those handicapped kid things, I think. I'm not sure. They all wear these things on their heads. They can't see shit.
They're wearing like helmets. They're kind of like visors. They look like they're going to bump into a wall. Get the fuck out of here.
It's like this fucking goggle thing they wear.
You know what, Mike?
All I know is they walk around. They look like a bunch of hoodlums. We're going to take their money, Marky Mark.
All right, Joey, I'm with you. We'll go down there while these numbnuts are flying around. There's foamy wings, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, bag of donuts. We're going to take it all. We're going to sweep it up.
That's right. And then we go down to the restaurant and we get some knish and knish and Yeah,
this is a big job. I might even call in, some big time names. You know
call them some names, yeah. Like Sexy Hugo, I heard he may coming down. We might be able to get him in here.
Hey, if the boss comes down, you know it's a job worth doing if the boss shows up.
I think it's next weekend, right? June 15th and 16th. Might even see the boss. The nice pants. I heard he got nice pants now, Yeah.
Hey,
The boss might show up.
Somebody told me he was riding bikes. I thought it was a motorcycle. Then I seen a picture of it.
That's what I was saying. Joey, I saw they say they riding them bikes. I said, that's the boss. Then, I saw him in these ballerina pants. And I said, get the fuck out of here.
They said maybe, the grand finale, he might get on his bike and jump a shark like Fonzie in Happy Days. Remember that episode of Fonzie jumped the shark?
Get the fuck out of here. You think the boss is trying to jump the shark like a Fonz? Like a Fonz.
Hey. Like the Fonz. But anyway,
you never know. He's got the 15th and the 16th of next week to show up and be the boss and throw down for some money. $16,000, they say.
I'm going to pick you up on the way. We're going to do this job, brother.
We're going to do this job. IDRLC, June 15th and 16th. Get the fuck out of here. We're coming.
Get you some. We're going to get us some.
We're going to get us some.
Is that better?
I don't know. I think it's a lot better.
I needed a hot dog. I had to get my P-wave up.
You get your P-waves up? I did too, man. You're like, you hung up on me on the first take. I gotta go. I gotta go eat. I'm calling you in 5. Click. I didn't even just say, I love you. I'll miss you. Rude bastard. We're right in the middle of recording. Okay, we're back. What up, everybody? I'm Shelby Vole. Welcome to Drone Hangar. This is Season 2, Episode 1, and we are getting ready to end the show. We had a good show. We're trying to get some music in the background because it's been a little bit dull, so we're doing that as well. You guys get to hear the same music over again, and I know you love that. And so we aim to please. And then my battery's almost done. My phone, either way. This was a longer one. Shows this season will only be 90 minutes long. That's the target goal, and we know going in this one, this is going to be longer though.
Never happen.
Yeah, it will happen. We started on time. Well, no, we didn't.
We had a hot topic.
All right, so let me go ahead and bring in a Rotor. He's in the background, and we're trying to get Mr. Ty Darbage himself, but we've got Rotor as always. He's here. We always do a recap at the end of the show. Talk about what went down and the good and the bad and the ugly. And if Ty's out there watching, well, your dumbass needs to call in on Skype. You know the routine. God, he's like the worst paid, non-paid employee ever.
I thought that was me.
No, you come in a close second, though. No, Brian takes that honor. No. Anyways.
Where in the world is Ty?
Yeah, where in the world is Ty? He was going to be on, too. He said he was going to be on, but unfortunately, I guess he's not going to be. But, kids, we want to say thanks to all of you that tuned in tonight and made this Season 2 kickoff that much better. Yes, Brian Banks, we call it Season 2 to make ourselves feel better, like our show is actually successful. Yes, Brian Banks, you are correct. Moist. Fucking worst name ever.
Moist.
God. What do you put on some underwear and go, that's my FPV name, Moist. Oh, I busted his balls, but I love him. He's a great guy. We'll hopefully have him on the show. I want to get him on most likely maybe when we're at the event. We'll get a couple of people. We'll see what happens. We're going to try to do a live show while we're there, seeing as Marty's going to be there as well. So what better way to just to host the show while we're there on the beach, literally on the beach. Yeah, and we'll see how we logistically can do that one. Maybe we can borrow Mr. Goose's at Jenny's and sit and do our whole plan and sit in the water and like at the surf.
At the end of the jetty and just do it at the end of the jetty with the surf coming over us.
Yeah. put like plastic bags over us. It's just, we're live here in Atlantic City with the wing races.
And here we are live from the gate under the jetty.
Brosa's down in the water right now, fishing out the Trident from Neptune, so he can get control of the wind and the waves. Anyways, it's been fun. It's been a great time. So, what do you think about the show tonight, man? What did you get out of it? Well, let's recap. That's been our new MO now, is doing a recap. What did you think? You're up.
I thought it was good. I thought we did a good job. I think Mark coming on and explaining a lot of things helps a lot of people out, you know. Man, what a great way! What a great way to give the FPVWRA a face, because man, he tells it how it is. He's straight up. He's for the pilots. Marc Ashton for 2020. I'm telling you guys.
2020. That's right. I'm voting him for president.
If
you don't vote for him, you are American. We got you in full wing gnome status right now, by the way. Your image, you are now full wing gnome. You need to buy one of those fucking hats, man. I'm telling you. Get one of those hats. I'll buy for you for Christmas or Kwanzaa or wherever the hell you celebrate. I'll get it for you. I don't know. Sorry, Hanukkah. I don't know what. Whatever it is tickles your religious junk, then I'll make sure I buy it and get you that for your hat. You got to wear it, man. One of these, like for the holiday season when we're at season 3 or whatever, then you got to have that hat at least once or twice. It's like a Christmas episode. That'd be great. What do you think about the track, though? Let's recap the track, new updates, kind of decipher where the track's going to go, and what do you think? What do you think about the track now?
Yeah, I think we respectively know now that it's going to be the basic skill set of every FPVWRA race. It's just we're gonna have to address Mother Nature.
Mother Nature's gonna be
we are at her front doorstep and at her will. If it's an ugly day, we are gonna have to relocate to the sand lot behind the boardwalk, or the construction site around the corner.
Hold on, I got Ty in the background. Hey, so hold on, let me see if I can add him in the background. Hold on, folks. We're doing a little. Let's see if I can get him in here and see if I can. I don't know if I can. If there he is. We're gonna try to add him. Add a call, but yeah, I like that it's nothing new, drastically new. Hold on, what do we got going on here? Rotor, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I like the fact that everything's that we've done before is in the track, and nothing new, wild cards, nothing like that. We tried calling you, Ty. It says I'm calling you, and you're not answering yet again. Let's move to Anthony's backyard in the cesspool. That's what he said we could do. That's what Vanguard wrote.
If it all goes downhill, I think that's where we should go.
Let's go to Anthony's. Yeah, it's caravan. It's like 50 cars.
Go race around the baseball track, and then we can hit his cesspool for cocktails.
Yeah, I like the in the future they'll have new maneuvers, and they'll add them in at the right time. And this just wasn't the right time to do anything drastic like that. So that all the murmuring in the hornet's nest that got slapped around, it was for a reason, and clarification was to be had, and I'm glad it was brought up.
Mark gives the FPVWRA so much validity, because he's going to come out and say it right to our faces. He's going to say, look, if there's going to be a mystery move, if we're going to start saying, okay, 2020, we're going to start doing split S's and this, that, and the other thing, he's going to make that announcement months ahead of time. He said it. He was going to make that. He's not going to make it something that we don't know about.
And we got Blitz in here, always stirring the pot. He says, right time, yes, right place, no. And I say, right time, no, right place, no. Both of them are no. The conditions are not the right place for a split S and a corkscrew. So this is going to be, pandemonium, and I think we all agree on that one. Just the maneuvers are too hard. You know what I mean, Marty? He probably doesn't know what I'm talking about. But the the timing is not the right time. I think what you said is 2020, introduce it. Like, this is going to be what it's going to be going into the season coming up. Then we're all ready. And going to the race, we're that much. And plus, we're going to know the track before we get there. That's kind of what Mark was saying. Like, in the future, this is kind of what we're going to stick to, that MO of showing the track in beforehand, like normal, which I think it should always be. It's just the right thing to do. So nothing crazy. 270s, Emmelmans, kind of switchback kind of stuff. That's the norm, and the location, like you said, the biggest one is the weather conditions. Marty, what do you predict happening at this race from pilots? Meaning, the race crashing, waterbound. What do you think is going to happen?
I think if it's going to be beautiful weather, it's going to be the most incredible racing ever.
Yeah,
Ever, absolutely,
Ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we
if
we see some windier conditions. I think we'll see some pilots drop out because they don't have enough gear to get wet.
Yeah.
If they get wet.
Yeah, and don't show up with 2 batteries. Nobody shows up with 2 batteries.
If you show up with 2 batteries, I'm going to laugh at you just like I am right now.
Yeah.
And Nick, yes, a split S is not that hard. No, it's not. It's implementing it at the last second or at a race right now is not the time to do it. It should be implemented throughout the season and brought to the end. That's the way you should do it. And it's getting done the right way. And that's I agree with you, Broseph, that Mark at the helm, really calling a lot of these shots the best that he can. And we know just knowing that he's there and his mindset is of the pilots and seeing the bigger picture is great. That instills a lot of confidence in me going forward with the WRA as far as a pilot and a racer. That I know that's always being in his forefront of his mind as he's looking at it from our perspective. And that's great. That's what's needed. And again, I think now it's going to be a good race. I think it's going to be a really, really good race. It's going to be anybody's game. I'm going to bed. Well, I tried calling you numbnuts, and you never answered. So go lather yourself up, have a bubble bath, and drink your whatever, your wine, and go to bed. I'm talking to Ty Darbage because he's typing in there that he's, dude, I'm going to bed. So that's what he's saying. Well, we are too. Any other things?
Big thank you to X Class for not showing up.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. If any of you guys out there watching fly those big ugly things, thank you so much.
down by the river. No, we've upgraded, Marty. We're staying in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Is that right? Is that where we're going? We're destined for Cockroach Hotel, I think. But either way, we're going to be able to stay in a 4 rooms with 4 walls and a ceiling. So I'm down with that. And we'll be just following in Mark and Alex and all them when they roll in with the stuff. We'll just be right behind them, helping them out, so we'll be on time.
Yeah.
I need another drink, says Goose. Screw you guys, I'm going home, says Blitz. All right, well, I mean, this is a great episode. Marty, what do you think? You got anything to add?
I'm getting excited, man. I'm really looking forward. I wish it was already here.
It's here. It's going to be here before we know it, man. This week's going to kind of breeze by. Everyone's going to get in some practice time. I don't think the track's not really that much. Go out and practice. But it's really going to be when we get there. It's not so hard where I'm trying to word it right without, it makes sense. The track's not quite as difficult as it was for like Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games was a much more technical track, and I understand the wind conditions and everything where we're at is going to dictate how technical this is going to be. So it's not going to kill you if you miss some practice time. Because we've got time now. X class is gone, so we get a lot of time on the track. Go ahead, Marty.
Yeah, I should have asked the question earlier. How is the race going to reach out to the spectators and the people walking up down the boardwalk?
That's a good question.
That stop and look and go, whoa, man, I want to know more. I want to get.
I think they're going to have the quad split kind of thing, like we've done here. They always traditionally have their monitors set up, and you can see. Yeah. So you'll have that. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Joseph, do you know?
They need a little.
I don't know if you know
they
either.
need a little flyer card or something. You can.
You can talk to your microphone. That's why you bought it. Practice isn't necessary, but still recommended. Correct. I agree with Sean Vanguard.
Yeah.
Practice if you can. It won't kill you if you miss some because you're going to get a lot of time on the track on Saturday because the amount of pilots in X-Class being gone, which is huge news. Broke here on a drone hangar. Wish I had my breaking news. I somehow deleted it. God damn it. All I practice is bad video and where my eye is focused on in turns, says Nick Lang. I will be announcing, which is cool, by the way. We do have the announcers. The announcer is going to be David Whidden, which is the voice of all of the FPV wing racing. In our eyes, pilot's eyes at least, that he is the official announcer. And this race, we're going to have Colt, Vinyl Ninjas, or wait, Ninja Raps, right? Is that how we say it? I always forget it. How does it go? Ninja Raps? Yeah, it's Ninja Raps 1. Anyways, Colt's going to be co-hosting with David while the race is going on, so that's going to be great entertainment. If you don't know Colt, well, you're going to know him by the end of this race. Trust me. He used to be an announcer at a strip club, so need I say more? He was a DJ at a strip club. That's all I got to say. He already posted one video earlier in that private chat. Did you see that one where he was talking about
it? Was hilarious.
It was
I'd like
great.
to know why would you want to quit a job being an announcer at a strip club?
Why? Because he probably got married.
That'll do it.
I swear to God. Oh, I love it.
So we got those little stickers, those FPVWRA FPV stickers.
Oh, yeah, we got a ton of those.
And we can hand those out to the spectators that look curious and
Look at Marty. He's already thinking.
question.
He's already thinking about marketing again. That networking thing of him.
Yeah.
It's top notch.
Now,
Prime.
you
Prime
got
beef.
to link them to a website somehow. You know, you got to say, well,
Yeah, it's promotion.
You want to know more? You want to look into more?
Yep. I agree with you. So we'll see everybody. We are heading up there on Friday. So if you're going to the race, Broseph and myself and Marty and the crew, our crew down here will be there Friday evening. And look forward to seeing everybody out there, all the fans, everybody that watches the show, our friends. We really, it's going to be a fun time. And we won't be gambling. But just don't allow that. But we're going to have a great time nonetheless. Right, Broseph?
Absolutely.
Yep. So the next episode we'll have will be Friday, the shit show. We'll probably hear you live with me. We'll do a quick
There
one
you go.
before we head out, or we'll actually do. You got to do your ace pack. He's still alive, but we're wrapping it up. You want to say your goodbyes?
Hasta la vista. See you in Atlantic City.
All right. See you in Atlantic City. Go get your air therapy, right?
Yeah, man. Life is better in the goggles. Go get you some of that.
Go get you some of that. All right, and we're gonna let him go. We're gonna fade him out, and that was. Oh, I don't think I have any more. I think my phone actually died, Marty. So we don't have anything. We don't have more soundboard. All right, guys, it's been great. It's been fun. We were so glad you guys tuned in this week and saw the kickoff of season 2. And we look forward to seeing everybody who's going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey this weekend, 15th and 16th, for the WRA race hosted by IDRLC. We look forward to seeing you out there. So until then, like we always say, what do we say, Marty?
Go get you some of that, baby.
Go get you some of that. All right, we love you guys. We're out. We'll see you. Doodles. Smooches.
Toodles and smooches.